What is going on, guys? Are you ready? Wednesday is almost upon us. But first, the intro. See? Not unmuted. Not muted today, guys. We are here. What is going on, everyone out there in the world, in the trading and investing community? Are you ready for Wednesday? Stock market open? I know I am. I hope you are too. We've already got 200 or 300 or maybe even 1,000 people here. I am not even sure. It looks like it's going to be green on certain stocks and certain indices, but I am aware of the GME AMC situation. And that, unfortunately, is turned a little bit red. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about how Elon Musk has just pumped the Bitcoin up to the moon. He's basically said we'll see what he said. We'll see what he said soon and what that is doing to the markets. But are you guys ready? I know I am. It is Wednesday. And usually that's a pretty good trade day. That is a pretty good trade day. All right, let's have a look at these futures. Let's get stuck into it straight away. Here we go. Nasdaq. 13,000, almost 100. S&P 500, 39.10. It's been up and down all the way through the sessions. VIX. The VIX is dropping, 22.45 here, but actually underneath 20 in the other ones. And then, surprisingly, or not so surprisingly, crude oil and oil have bounced off that support zone we found yesterday. So some support bounce buying there. US dollar index still looking strong throughout the sessions. Gold and silver making a slight recovery. It's pretty much a sea of green. But let's go through some of the key stories first. Bitcoin climbs after Elon Musk says Americans can now buy Teslas using Bitcoin. But he also said, and I'm not even sure that is, if it isn't here. It isn't here. Sneaky. Let's click on Elon's Twitter. Let's scroll on down through here. Look at this. Bitcoin paid to Tesla will be retained as Bitcoin and not converted to fiat currency. Now, I think that is a very interesting and pretty crazy statement. Now, Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, but let's just say this is true. And let's just say a bunch of millennials, a bunch of you guys want the Tesla. You're ready to buy it and you decide to buy it with the Bitcoin. Imagine how big of a whale Elon could become in the Bitcoin community if people actually did that. It's a very interesting concept. What if Square also applied a similar thing? What if a few other people did? The thing with Bitcoin is it is all about scarcity. It is all about Winners Wednesday, says Sam. I like that one. Diamond hands, guys, says Lewis Young. I think you're going to need some serious diamond hands if you're talking about. How about Dogecoin? Dogecoin in the dumpster somewhere. I put it in the dumpster somewhere. You guys know what I think of the of the Dogecoin, but we'll look at the Dogecoin. Don't worry, you guys know I poke fun. Here, yeah, Bitcoin not getting into the fiat. That's pretty important. What else have we got? Of course, GameStop's earnings a whiff, like possibly there, and we did see some pretty big selling after hours. I'm not really too sure what people expected. I actually thought GameStop might hold into the announcement and then it would drop after that. That was my thought process yesterday, but it did decline through the session and then continued on. Also got some interesting news out of Intel. New CEO makes some bold moves. That your CEO has been pretty good. So I think the CEO does present some opportunities here in potentially Intel. We will be looking at that throughout the session. Just give me one second. We'll do that very, very soon. And then Federal Reserve Chairman Old Pal, he says, Bitcoin is not useful. We don't like it. Obviously trying to say, look, we're not interested in this, guys. We don't want you to buy Bitcoin because that would be bad. We've also got Powell and Yellen's potential game plan to actually go back to World War II playbook and then create some interesting kind of concepts through what happened over that period as well out of World War II. What happened to the market, what happened to retail gains, etc., etc. I'm not sure if anything that really they're trying to do is necessarily negative towards the market. The market bounced up and down and went all over the place. Sorry about Streamlabs, guys. I don't know what it's doing, but we will be taking a look at all of those. Let's start with the dollar index, probably the most important chart. Let's get dialed in here and dial in on this dollar index here. Here's the weekly. New high, reached through the session today. Whoops. Well, let's go over here. Go down the 4 hours. Resistance has been breached at this stage. And is that really affecting the markets? Well, I guess not as much as you would think. 39.24 US 500, 13,121 now for the US 100, and Bitcoin 56,500. So it's interesting that this is going up, and I actually expect it to full well go to 93 and possibly our longer term 94 resistance. Thanks so much for the subscriptions, by the way, that are coming in. I do appreciate that. Of course, a boomer isn't liking. Of course, a boomer isn't going to like a new currency, says David. That's true. He's not going to like it at all. He's not going to like it at all. Hall of Fame, is that right? Went for a run in after hours. Oh, let's go. Oh, HOFV. Let's go NFL. Yeah, I saw that moving there. Can we get some thoughts on the Russell 2000, says Michael? We certainly can. I haven't been able to comprehend this market action, says short the bounce by the dip. I like that one. Well, yeah, the thing about comprehending it all is just remember, you've got to cut out the crap. And the crap was that 10-year treasuries. I told you guys on this channel, don't worry about things that happen unless it goes past an extreme point. It is noise. It's a blip. It's uselessness. We have to ignore the mass media. Oh, it's bad. It's going to kill us. Well, no, it's normalizing after basically what was a huge crash. The market did not believe, I'm telling you right now, the market never believed that yields were going to stay at 0.4, 0.5 for 10 years. They all knew it would be like 1, 1.5, 2. Now, if it gets past 2 too quickly, that's a problem. I told you. But let's have a look at US 10-year Treasury. So dollar index is rising. I still expect more rising through the next couple of days. Let's have a look at the US 10-year. TVC. Little bit of an increase. But I still even expect it to go even higher. 1.95 to 2 is actually where I expect it to go over the next coming months. And I still don't think that's bad for the market. I think it's okay. I hope after that point it gets boring, but that's where I'm thinking. Let's get stuck into Bitcoin here. I want to look at this chart. Wow, 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 wow. This 54,000. I want to show you the importance of close structure. Look at it. It breached. It breached. It breached. And like a god, Elon came out and he said, no, I'm going to put the fence under Bitcoin. The fence was truly put under Bitcoin and he bounced it back up there. Now it's closed above, or it's about to close above this resistance. It's basically putting a double bottom in to the charts. We have some things that we need to talk about though, and that is, of course, what happened throughout this session so far, which is it's gone down on this kind of like trend line trajectory. If it does bounce here, do I expect it to go back to around a 58,000? Yeah. Do I think there are going to be problems at the 58,000? Yes, I do. Because Elon Musk's kind of pumps in the market, while I do think this means a lot more things, and we'll talk about that soon, it doesn't tend to last that long. Dogecoin moves up thanks to Elon, it crashes down. Bitcoin's moved up before, it crashes down. So I actually think there's a lot of long-term ramifications for this. What do you guys think? Do you reckon this is huge news that Elon is not planning on selling those Bitcoins into fiat? Do you think that is huge news? Yes or no? A few people saying this is a giant mega flag to the moon. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know if I'd go with giant mega flag, but that is what they're basically saying. Let's get rid of this horizontal for a second. 54,000 though, the close never happened under it. Such an important area. We have a new subscriber, Mike Harrison. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much, Mike, for supporting the channel. I think that means that you're going to have a green day. When you support the channel, you have a green day. That is not guaranteed, but it helps you. It's good karma. Thank you very much there, Mike. Enjoy the emoticons and the amenities of what it means to become a member of the community. So yeah, this is what they're basically saying. It's a bit of a flag. Look, I definitely think there's a trend line on the way down here. I think we need to pay respects to that. Some people probably, I'm all about that 54,000 holding on the 4 hour. Let's see what the community says. Trash is cash, says Harry. Harry is the resident ultra bull. Harry, you have to become a member, and then I'm gonna give you a special mod title that will be Ultra Bull, because I've never seen more bullishness than Harry. I'm gonna call you out on that. You love it so much. Not huge news at all. Who the hell wants to sell BTC, says Brian Stonks. There we go. Asane Nunn says huge. Well, yes, he will restrict supply further, says Michael Davis. Yes, that is correct. What is the number one investment rule out there? Someone tell me, what is the number one investment rule out there? I want you guys to tell me right now. And it's not HODL. But that's pretty cool. I like that one, but it's not HODL. There's actually an investment rule. Think about housing and land. If you buy land, what are you buying? There is a certain thing that you need to think about. When you buy a share that is held by institutions, they suck supply out of the market, which effectively causes a certain word. Number one rule is don't lose money. Was that like Fight Club? Do your due diligence? Yeah, that's probably true. Patience, buy low, sell high. Don't lose capital. Invest without emotion. Oh, there's so many rules. Yes, MC got it. Scarcity. Yeah, scarcity is certainly the number one rule of the Bitcoin. When you think about it, if there's, let's call it 30% of all Bitcoins lost. Me, I was mining it back in the day. I sold it to some pleb for 15 bucks a coin, like a pleb I myself. I'm like that pizza guy. I'm an idiot. But the point is that there is scarcity in Bitcoin. We know that a huge amount of it, 20 to 30%, is lost. We also know that 90% of the world have an idea what the Bitcoin logo looks like. It's kind of like McDonald's. We all know what it is. And therefore, scarcity is big. Whales push Bitcoin. And effectively, if you have corporations becoming whales, they will not, or hopefully will not, sell. So it's like the first institutional investor into Bitcoin. That's actually what it is. So I don't know if Bitcoin's going to go up for the next year, or, well, I actually think it's going up till December, but there'll be crashes, there'll be moves, there'll be standard Bitcoins. But this is a historical day in the sand of actually saying there could be another person, institution, effectively, holding the portion from a corporation in the S&P 500. There's been other holders, but to me, it means something. I might be going crazy, but yeah. Let's go down to the 4 hour here. Double bottom again. I think there'll be some selling around 58.4. I'm not sure if it'll hold through here, but it does certainly look strong. 56,436. Very, very nice. Let's go over to ETH. ETH is sucky at the moment. It's all about BTC today, but I noticed DOT also pulled up quite a lot. Nice little resistance here at the 1721. This is effectively another multiple structure zone. 600 acres of land or so per BTC, not including the lost coins. Did you work that one out, Andy? I like it. Ross Gerber is the new Buffett. Okay. Don't drink your weekly profits on Friday happy hour, George says. That's probably true. That is the #1 rule. Don't lose all your money. Be Povo. That sometimes is not bad. Okay, let's have a look here. Structure above. If we get a break through this 1720 area, I could see Ethereum starting to really try to mash back up to the 1800 and then start to move in line with BTC a little bit. Of course, the news is about BTC. That's why it's moving, but it will be important to have a look at that. So Ethereum in massive structure down here. You can jump into 2 hours. You can jump into 1 hour. No matter how you cut it, that is structure. That is strong buying off the 1650 level and some little selling across the 1720. Close above, boom. We're moving to the next zone. So have a look at this one today. Worthwhile having in your charts. Let's check out ADA. ADA, very similar structure. All these coins, it's all about BTC right now, but all these coins are putting the pressure on zones. ADA had the 116. Now it's at the 116 resistance. It's coming back up to it. Moving averages everywhere. It's like the scariest zone ever. But if it closes above the scary zone, where does it move to? It gravitates back up and starts moving through. Go check out DOT. DOT actually looks way stronger than the other coins because it's already putting pressure on the trend line and saying, whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe I'm a little bit oversold here. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Must be because I ran the webinar before. But yeah, it's already moved through and it's trying to put pressure now on a close above. XRP. Losing a little bit of steam. Why? Hit 60 cents. Well, that's cool. But the problem with XRP is now there's new news somewhere else. So people are like, well, you know, maybe I want some Bitcoin. Maybe I want some scarcity. Maybe I want some of these other coins that have come down. And that's putting pressure on the initial XRP news. I expected 65. It's hit 60. It's still on support, so don't be scared. But yeah, there are other coins that people are rotating out. They're saying, I can make 20-30% in DOT potentially, or I can hold XRP that kind of sucks a lot of the time and it's annoying. That's the decision that people are making. Weed about to be legalized in New York. Any thoughts on Tilray? I have thoughts on Tilray. Don't worry, Hamadal. We'll check that one out. We have a donation coming in here from Rajib Kevin Lakandula. You've got a cool name, dude. $1.99. How strong is silver today? How strong is silver today? Ooh, do you want me to tell you? I think it's right on resistance, bro. I think it's right on resistance. Oh, no. That is not the best. That is a full demon trend line down. We have hit the resistance. And that is where we're at. So, look, is it strong? It was strong. It was moving up. But remember, the US dollar is strong. And the US dollar bashes gold and bashes silver around. There were a few things that we knew were problematic for silver. We had our 20 and our 50 exponential moving average. We had that trend line on the bottom side. So this is the one that we used to have drawn up here. And it was all very valid. It closed below and started signaling weakness. We've bounced off 25, which is good. It's at 25.25. But the biggest issue I see is you go down to something like a 2 hour and you say, damn, we're on that trend line down here. So what I would like, if you're going bullish, you actually have to wait for it to hit 25.50, test the previous support as resistance, break through and close, and then you can start to get more bullish. But down here, you're just playing with fire. You might be right. You might be coin flipping. You might be like, oh, sometimes I think I'm going to be the best in the market at predicting. But at this stage, yeah, lower peaks all the way through. I hope that makes some sense. It's hit the resistance. It's hit the 20 exponential moving average. There are problems there. IRS is charging capital gains taxes if you buy things with the Bitcoin. 24% tax off the top of the cost of your Tesla purchase is something Elon isn't taking into account. That's true. I wonder if Elon, is he going to take Bitcoin outside of the US, or is it just in the US? Someone might need to tell me that. J-Rock says AMC, GMEs. Few gorillas in the chat right now probably want me to have a look at AMC and GME. We will soon, don't worry. Theta up over 100% in the last 7 days, says BPIC. You got to be careful on that one, but yeah, I have been watching it. The 8 big banks can perpetually short silver, gold, wait till they change direction. Yeah, you have to wait for directional change. That's right. B-Diggs, big supporter of the stream, US $10. GM, Tom, good morning. Can you look at DSS for me? Appreciate it. We will, B-Diggs. Just give me a few minutes if that's all right. We certainly will. Do not invest in weed companies in New York. It's a waste of money, says Greg Burke. Well, are you talking about investing or are you talking about trading? Different thing. So Tilray, someone mentioned it before. Let's just bring it up. So Tilray's up 1.16%. Now this is the kind of thing where you're kind of going, I've got big brain, but it's also gambler. So what happened last time in the markets? Well, last time we saw AMC and GME move up. They then crashed, or they fell down, they went back to $40. We all know the story. GME and AMC are certainly under pressure today. There's no doubt they're under significant pressure from just a general selling, and it's all about sentiment in those positions. So if we have a movement down here, 23, we're basically sitting on support, first support. Now, we also know, though, that Tilray has crashed through before to much lower points at 1851. What happened last time after the whole GME situation blew over? Weed became pretty popular for a couple of days. Now, will it happen again? It's a complete question of GME happened again. Do you now believe weed happens again? Remember, GME happened, GME crashed, weed happened, weed crashed, GME went back up, weed still crashed. So now is it that goes through? It's at support from a technical perspective, but you have to do your own analysis. Straight up trend line on the way down here as well, through all those little bits of highs. So, you would want to have some significant breakout here for Tilray, or you're just basically saying, okay, that is my philosophy, and I might be looking at it. Of course, make your own decisions and try to work it out and work out what you're looking for. All right, let's do oil. Strong rebound for no reason at all, 2.5%. I kind of want to see what Harry said to my thing before. Let me load up here. Where are you, Harry? Oil will rebound more over time. It's still going to have, I still believe in the cycle. The cycle is most likely going to run to the end of the year, and then I'm done with it completely. I think at that point, I'm scared of holding it over the decade. I learned lessons over holding some oil in my portfolio during stagnation periods after big moves. I'm not sure. I can't find you, Harry. I can't find what you said. Well, wait. I've lost you. Oh, that's okay. All right, let's do B-Diggs one. DSS. What is going on here? Let's do some top down. Go to the monthly. Whoa. B-Diggs, what's happening? This is not the best. Monthly into weekly. Okay. All right, at least it's finding base. Into daily. Okay. I think this is the level you're looking at. Okay, so what I think is we have the bullishness. We have the bullishness over this 450. We've now gone a little bit bear after yesterday's movement. So where do we not want it underneath? We certainly don't want it underneath whatever this is, 375-ish, because it's had a lot of bounces off that zone. We ideally want it to break past 454, and that will show significant strength after what has been an absolute horror period for this thing. So closure, notice I drew it through the closure point. So what you're looking for here, and the only real signal you can use, is a daily and a weekly close above this zone. So I would like a daily at least, but if you get a weekly after that, it just gives you more confidence that it's going to move to the next level. And then it moves to 5, maybe finds a little bit of selling pressure, but I could also see it back at 6. So good luck on this one. It's forming base. It certainly is. I'm not sure what happened here when it went down 11.58%, but I expect it to bounce somewhere off where it stopped yesterday, and then hopefully get a turnaround back into 454. Closure is key. If you got stuck in this one, unfortunately, you have to wait for the timer. And the left tells you this, the daily wick rejection, no closure. So draw through the bodies. And as I always say, the close is key. The sick is important. Silver certainly is manipulated, absolutely. US oil and trade view is up $1.89 to 59.76. I'll quickly bring oil on here, but I did say we'd get another donation, so it is up. It actually closed below yesterday, so you would still think it's in the overall downtrend. Let's have a look at the weekly. Okay. I could still see it coming down to 50, 54-ish. It's possible to hit with the weekly. Could also consolidate here. This is not out of the woods yet. Not out of the woods yet. 20 exponential moving average, resistance, 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 question mark. Question mark here for sure. Welcome to the 1,221 viewers that we've got here. I know you guys want to look at the AMC GME. We will. Jonathan says, please AMC GME, sir. I know. But I like to do it this way. I'll quickly look at Matthew Tainch's Australian $5. Hey, Tom, do you invest in precious metals physical? Thanks. I don't, Matthew. And the main reason is I'll tell you why. I hate paying insurance and I hate storing it. I've got clients that store it and it costs a fortune and it sucks. So usually if I'm going to take physical positions, I take physicals through ETFs, but I don't personally have it. But you never know. I might just introduce some gold bars behind, well, not gold, probably go silver. It's cheaper. So I'll put some silver bars behind me one day. I know where to get some, and there are some that I have easy access to if I want them, but then I might get robbed. That might not be so good. Let's have a look now at GME, AMC. But Matthew, I do not take the physical. I usually use an exchange traded fund to trade the physical, and which is stored for me at a much cheaper cost than I can get myself. Now, I understand people that like to hold it, fair enough. But it is usually at a premium, so I like to trade the less premium version. Paper, kind of expensive to hold, so more of a trade if I use CFDs, etc. Let's have a look at GME and AMC. All right, it's not too bad. Not too bad. 2.25%, 1042. I mean, I say not too bad because it's not actually bleeding. And then on the GME, 158. So, of course, the earnings came out. It's a flop. I really don't know what people expected GME to come through with and have these miraculous earnings. I just thought a bad earnings report would be expected by everybody. Here's the issue for today. Well, firstly, it could go down to 150, but it must buy off these levels. Now, why is it at 158.85? The reason you might say, well, Tom, why the hell is it here? What's going on here? It's this original thing. The resistance was at 158. Then it was resistance again that sold off. So that's why it's there pre-open. But where do you need this thing closing up against? I want to see it above 173 by the close of the day. If it doesn't do that, I have a really hard time thinking it's not going down. It's because it's sentiment driven, and fear is a powerful thing in the markets, guys. I'm sure many of you are a little bit concerned about it, and I'm just being real. I'm just being real with my experience over the years. 158, I know why it's sitting there. It's sitting there because this resistance, it's super important it does hold there. But if it can move back up and get above 173, that's good. Because if you get like a little bullish close above here, what are you doing? You're saying, line in the sand, the diamond hams, the apes are strong, we're ready at this level. We're going to go back into the 20 moving average on the daily, and it's all good. If we close below here, though, what are we saying? Every other time on the left-hand side, what has happened to price? Price has declined heavily, and it's gone back down to the 87s. I'll show you here. It's gone back down to the 87s. So that's my main problem with it. If it doesn't hold here, and you guys can tell me what you think. Do you reckon if it doesn't hold above the 173 today, is it going up or down? Tell me right now. Because I was being concerned about this for some time. I've told you guys on the channel. I told you about AMC, and I said, look, this sucks when it couldn't close above 14. 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries, for whatever reason, it needed to get above it to keep the momentum and the sentiment going. And then you start to see the nasty paper hands, the nasty Wall Street manipulation, and everything else play out. For AMC traders, it's all about 10. You need 10 to hold, because it's a key psychological. See the resistance here, and it's a key point. I would like to see today end 1066 or better. I know you would probably want a 12 or a 13 out there, but yeah, we want to get to hold here, hold the line and stabilize. All you're looking for today is a stabilization of price so you can start to put a floor in and continue the movement up. Let's see what the community thinks. A few people saying Robinhood is no good, it's garbage. Well, if you want to move to Webull, if you're in the US, there's a link somewhere in my description down below. Click it, get free stocks, help me out. It's all good. I wish I got free stocks, but I don't. Let's see what the community says here. I had 175 as the line in the sand, says Andy. Fair enough. Very similar. That's okay. That explains... Oh, wait, that's something else. Down. Is it time to get into AMC? KL says GME deserves to go down. It is the total garbage. Okay. Michael says it's all about that psychology and sentiment, like all this stuff. Absolutely. Sold GME days ago. Take your 50% profits, for goodness sake, says Andy. Spot on. Got to bounce off 150 something, or else it's down to 90, says Bob Saget. Thank you, Bob Saget. Very good. GME back to 50, says Amateur Day Trader. Wow, a few of you have been. I had 175. Yep, down. Could have like a week ago. Yeah. If GME sells shares, is it done? Yeah. Yeah. Adam8276, yes. That is a killer and is always the threat to this. If I was a large, greedy corporation and I was looking at something and I said, wow, these guys have pushed my share to $300 and I don't really know if it's worth that, I could make so much money for the company. Why don't we sell some shares at like half the price so people buy it? It's a perfect plan. It's like the dream for the CEO, the nasty CEO. So yes, it is very possible that happens. And unfortunately, we saw it with Sundial. It killed sentiment so hard. Look at Sundial. It has movements, but it's so struggled to get above things. Bradley back, US $2. Update on CDZI. Is that last candle a reversal? We'll check that out in a second. Gareth Benton, 349. Why is ARK buying so much? Triple D. We'll have a look. But ARK buying everything, Gareth. Anything that they have some sentiment in or some strong conviction in, they're just buying it hardcore. Let's have a look at the pre-market before we answer those questions. I think it's important we look at this pre-market. I haven't looked. As per normal, I don't look until we come in with the community. All right, let me click it. Zoom. Okay. Zoom, 2 nice days now. 3.43%. Awakening the Dragon. What else have we got? What have we got on the negative side? Moderna, really bad. 6.24%. NXP Semiconductors, 4.38 down. We actually looked at that the other day. Deere, down 3.79. Is this right? Let me just click that. What the? Market 39.25. The hell? Oh, I'm going yesterday. Oh, dumb. I'm like, what the? There's no way that down so much. All right, there we go. Pre-market. Here we are. That makes more sense. That would explain why Zoom was so well yesterday. Zillow Group, Zscaler. This makes more sense to what I was thinking. Zoom up again. We'll look at that chart soon. Tesla, 1.28%. Square will be up, most likely through Bitcoin as well. It trades a lot off sentiment of Bitcoin, though I don't think it's valid to trade that way. But yes, it does. 1.18%. And on the downside, there's better. Not much down. Procter, few others, nothing too much. Let's go to the watch list of our kind of more questionable things. What have we got on the upside? What have we got on the downside? And I've done the wrong thing again. There we go. Riot blockchain up hard because of Bitcoin. Congratulations to people that are in that and Mara. They'll be both doing quite well today. 7.88%. Sundial up 1.6. Tilray up 1. And on the downside, we have GameStop down to 160, 12.28%. And costs and all the short squeezes are really suffering there. Okay, so my thoughts for today. We must hold the line. You have to hold 159. If you can, push it back up to the 173, 175. If you can close there, you start to build sentiment again, which is everything in these trades. Sentiment. And on the AMC side, hold above 10, and you really want to get back above the 1060, 1070 area by the close. Watch the first 30 minutes, but yeah, once it gets through 159 and closes, it could be brutal. It could go back to I probably expect like a 90. I really do. I expect like a 90. All right, let's answer these questions. CDZI. Let's see how many people called me out on being a moron. Slap the like button, y'all, says Bradley back. Thank you so much. Great community we have here, by the way. It's amazing how many of you guys are awesome. And we've just got such a great community that's diverse with investments. It's awesome. I couldn't have wished for a better community than you guys. And that's not just me talking crap. Okay, back up here. Bradley back. CDZI. Don't worry, we will look at Tesla soon. Cat is. Is that last candle a reversal, you ask? Daily. CDZI. So it's not a reversal, but we're just still on the support that you were mentioning yesterday. So this is catching a falling knife here, the CDZI. There's no reversal yet. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so we do have one long leg doji. And as you know, guys know, I'm actually a bit of a fan of long leg doji. Long leg doji is in decision candle. Now, we haven't closed either way. The good news for you, Bradley, is we didn't close below that. I know we wicked, but we didn't close. So what you're looking for now is a closure above the top here. And it may look like, it's not much going on there, but actually a lot is going on there. Indecision candles getting closed above or below generally leads to further bullish movement. And I'm going to show you that right now. Let me bring up the SPX. Let me go to the old weekly. And generally speaking, and I still expect this to come through, there's that big giant long leg doji, and then we got a little bit of follow through and we're still above it. So let's see if we can hold sentiment through. But usually in the markets, when these long leg dojis have occurred throughout time, they're not actually that common. But when they do occur and you close above or below them, usually it leads on to further gains or further shorts. So for that one CDZI, look at the long leg doji on the 4 hour. Hopefully it closes above. It's not enough, but really overall you want this type of action. So you want to go down to like a 2 hour or 4 hour. You want to have movement up, movement down, movement up. You're looking at this, it's not enough. You need to have a trough formed, a peak formed, a higher trough, what we call the lightning bolt, bang, 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 and then you can move to the next level. Gareth Benton, Triple D. So this is being purchased by ARK. Let me load up ARK data. Old Triple D being purchased pretty hard yesterday. 3D, is this like a 3D printer business, if I remember rightly? Is that right? I think it is. So they're purchasing quite a lot of shares yesterday. Did they purchase any more recently? Let's have a look here. Triple D. No. Okay, so that was one of their major kind of additionals. Let me go back over to the charts. Today up 4.42%, probably with that disclosure of news. Where is it? Down pretty hard. 28. Oh, there's a big problem for it though straight away. 28.43. I could see it running today and then possibly just smashing straight into that, like going like bang. Effectively, it's already halfway through, and then hitting resistance wall, and then you move towards, can we continue to go up? And what you're going to be looking for is this break of the trend line. Okay, when you get that break of the trend line, then which will be intersecting. Yep, perfect. It's intersecting with the exact point. Then it moves up. Look, I'm sure there's a reason why they're buying it. If you actually look at this chart overall, you'll notice that it's had a massive move up and then quite a large decline. And this has actually been a storied previous kind of investment as well. You can see when things get hyped and then they fail. And this is what you've got to be really careful on the market. Go back and look at weed stocks and go back and look at fads. Lithium miners, fads. Weed stocks, fads. When they happen, misprice of crazy epic proportions happens. And it's one of the things that ARK also has to be careful about, because look at it. Look what happened. It went nuts. But it was detached from the reality of the time. Whereas now it's moving up, and they've probably it's more likely to be successful now than it was over here. This was too early. It's like I've been crapping on about space. It's too early in my opinion. Will it run? Sure. But I think it's too early. Do you guys think it's too early for space stocks? Yes or no? Let me know. Very important. Thank you so much to the 1,467 viewers coming in for today. Appreciate it all. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Thank you very much. NFT announcement. Boom. Let me have a look at NFT. Is this the one you're talking about? Or is there some actual NFT stock? Or are you just talking about NFTs in general? John S, US $2. IWM, SLV, ZSL shorts, TMF long doubled entire stack. Okay. Well, IWM was a request, so I'll do that for you, John. Congratulations. Sounds like you're going very, very well. IWM, this is the Russell 2000. We'll be doing our indices now. I think it's pretty important. So we broke through the previous highs of 18 and the highs pretty much that were formed before the crash. Now we've repriced very quickly. So we have to ask ourselves the question, is this unusual, crazy movement in the Russell? And I would say the Russell is a danger to investing when compared to other market indices. And the main reason why is because the Russell is small caps. And a few of you out there, a few people on the stream, have been purchasing crap. I can't say it any better way than that. Purchasing some bad stocks and pushing the smaller caps up in terms of valuation. So when you buy this, you're actually buying a little bit of some trash as well as some good stuff. And I think that's the big problem with it. I would see it potentially become a little lackluster, but overall bounce up. It's on support. If it's going to hold, it holds here. Previous resistance becomes support, but it may actually drop off while the rest of the market could go up. So it's up 0.87% today at 218.94. I think it's on support. It's had a nice run. There's a decent amount of profit in here if you're in for it. But just remember, there are some companies in this 2000 that aren't that great that you are buying. Michael says, seriously, Tom, DLPN off news of NFT sentiment. I think NFTs are stupid. I think there's a place for them, but yeah, fair enough. And I can't buy DLPN on stake. But let's have a look at DLPN. This is the Dolphin. Look at it go. These are no doubt bubbles, guys. Please be warned. Know what you're getting into. There is no way these are not bubbles. It's up 76.76% today. Look at it. 32.40. Yeah, absolutely craziness. Madness going on here. Will not hold forever. So if you're on the train, you've got to know and have a get out of jail plan. Now, what are your get out of jail plans generally going to be? They're generally going to be around round numbers. Where are we trading right now? 32.60. Could we go just under 35 or just under 40? You've got to be on. You have to be laser eye focused on this. You have to be watching, hardcore watching. You cannot leave the screen. You're not even allowed to go and get a coffee when you're trading this type of thing, because you have to be there. Because when it goes over, it's going to be like boom, 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 boom. And it's just going to crash. And algorithms will come in and all the Wall Street things will just destroy it. So my thoughts are, I love the fact that it's a thing and it's going to become a thing. It is an immature market. And whenever you have an immature market, you get massive gains. And it's just the reality. So if you're going to trade this, know what you're getting into. And that is, you're in it for the hype train, but you've got to get a get out of jail kind of concept. Is analysis of Forex and crypto the same from D. Joris? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Very, very similar, but different types of markets. Crypto is more heavily fear when fear's on, and when it's bull, it's to the moon, and when it breaks out, it often doesn't come back. So you need to understand which particular crypto you're trading, but analysis is very, very similar. BDig says you have a great community because you have an awesome content. Well, thank you so much there, BDigs. Appreciate that. AMC started squeezing. Let me have a look. 0.94%. So it is being bought in the pre, probably off the 1050. So 1056 now, down 1%. GME still a 156, actually weakening further. Michael Davis, Australian $5. I normally super to shout you a beer or talk stuff, But seriously, DLPN's move off the NFT announcement, new meta, also, yeah, well, it's certainly in the meta. Also, Russell 2000 before open, please. Well, we did both of those, Michael, so you might have actually got them. But yeah, look, absolutely. NFT is the meta in the market. It will become space. You watch. It'll become space in the future again. Weed might still have a movement, but possibly NFT stolen some of that movement. It is a movement that you must have a plan for. Please do not hold that kind of crap. Long term, I mean, you make your own decisions, but there certainly is that looks like a bit kind of crazy to me. Does it look crazy to you? That was pretty vertical. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Do I need to show you some examples of when things go bad? Let me show you one. Well, that just happened a few weeks ago on stream. Oh no. Look, there's one. It happens all the time, guys. So look, here's probably another one. Look. It doesn't matter what it is, and there will be buying, and there will be rallies, and there'll be everything, but just know what you're getting into when you do it. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it. Ali Mikola, Melkor, probably. US $4.99. Can you look at NNOX dip? Thinking of buying some dip, but worried it might dip more. Fair enough. Why are people bull BTC? It's lower, higher, low, John says. Well, did you look at the BTC news, John? Elon's pumping it, man. That's why. People are buying the BTC because of Elon. You know, this is the thing that happens. You know, Elon pumps it up. He says you can buy Tesla with Bitcoin. I'm going to hold all the Bitcoin and hodl that beast. Probably hit the first little bit of a trend line resistance there just then for BTC. There it is. But it still looks good for the close. Take profit and put into GME, says Rob. Well, that's dangerous, Rob, but good luck. The funny thing about NFT hype is them pumping stocks instead of ETH. That's probably true. Thomas, thanks for all you do. No worries, John Sparrow. Let me go back up here to the question from Ali. $4.99 NNOX. We'll leave our BTC chart there. We'll move over to another chart. Let's load up this one. It's another BTC. NNOX. NanoX Imaging. This is the one you had the question about the other day. This is the one that has the approval coming as long as they answered all the questions and they get it through. Look, it hit support. It's bounced twice. See, a little bounce and a little bounce. Pre is down 1.88%. It's not too much what you're looking at technically here, Ali. The problem with NNOX is going to be it's all about the announcement. So if the announcement's successful, then it will just go up and it will, you know, of course, break through the previous highs and everything like that. Is it coming back to a decent pullback though? Let's use a fib. We haven't done fibs in some time. Pull left to right, guys. That's the way to do it for a retracement. We're in the right zone. So you guys know I'm all about the 38 to 50 lifestyle on the TAs. And this is the zone that I target. I target a zone. I do it differently to other people. I'm not all about just going, oh yes, 38.2, let's buy it. We want to buy in the zone. And this is the area that we target, 38 to 50. So nice little buying. What you want to have now is follow through. So today it's going to open 43.31. I would like to see a movement above this by a percentage. So break this candle down to a percentage, add about a 15% stack on top of that for this candle. And when it gets to probably about there, that's going to give you enough slingshot potential to show the momentum is bullish for you. So a little top tip there, possibly out of the course that we have. By the way, we do have a course expiring 26th of March. If you're interested in taking advantage of that, it is our 10-year special. We've been doing this thing for 10 years, which is pretty insane. And you can check it out. So yeah, the link is in the description. It's also in the chat box. It's everywhere. Any thoughts on the Porsche? I might have a look at it a little bit while. I like RKT. People will always need to borrow money. There's nothing problem with liking the stock. It's just that when things run to crazy levels, they usually crash. It's like that 3D printing company. Man, GME has me worried, says Nico. Yeah, I feel it, guys. I feel your pain. Like 155 is not good. Like we've all been in this situation. And I think it's kind of like sad as well a little bit that a lot of people will be hurt by the situation eventually, once it all kind of is said and done, because it can't last forever. I know it sounds cool, but yeah, there are problems. 155 is okay as long as we get bounces. We want to get through 159, then we want to get through 175. And once you get back up above here, you can build sentiment, but always never risk more than you can afford to lose. Yeah, these things, there's no doubt they are gamblery kind of tendencies. AMC, good news is it's holding 0.84% at 1057, not too bad. Let's go over to the market, talk about what is happening on the Nasdaq right now. Let's go to the Nasdaq, 13,111. Do we have good news today? Well, it's pulled back a little bit here, but in general, things are okay. Now, someone messaged me this morning. They said, Tom, I bought all yesterday. I bought everything. I diversified the portfolio and I lost on every one of them. I said, okay, what were you buying exactly? But the point is that what they were doing was they felt bad after one day. This is just a blip in the overall rally that is happening here. Remember, if you get shaken out in 1 or 2 days, then maybe you've got to really question how good your sentiment is in the market. This still remains in the potential inverse head and shoulders with the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder component. We still have massive resistance through the 13,300, and we've got some mini resistance through the 13,176, which we correctly identified as a community yesterday. Did anyone trade off the 13,176? It was a decent day trading thing. Now, if we're day trading, what do? We break it on down. We knew yesterday we were around here. We had movement up. We hit the 13,176. Unless we can close through that zone, guess what? We cannot continue to move up. It's just not possible. So we have the resistance. We have the pullback. Comes back to 13,000, exactly where day traders are going to snavel it all back up, and investors, and then they've bought it back up again today. So we're basically trapped in a range between 13,176 and 13,000 flat. Until we break either way, we haven't shown the next direction. But if we break up, 13.3 is in the targets. It'll go like this. Let me get rid of that. It'll be like, yeah, and then 13.3. And then after that, off the screen. We're going off the screen. That's when the rocket ship really boots through, because we go to 13.6 and then well past all-time highs, I would think. John Caritas, US $5. G'day. You are the best. Thank you very much. Thoughts on ONCY on Oncolotics. Just received a super buy rating. Is that the kiss of death or too legit to quit? Thank you and cheers. It received the super buy. Who gave it a super buy? Is that like every single analyst? Because that's kind of terrifying in some ways. We've also got C Money, US $4.99. Hi, Tom. I have $23 calls on PLTR, good until 21st of the 5th, so a little while away. How long will I be stuck holding the bag? We'll have a look at that soon, C Money. Thank you so much. Bitcoin is the true apex, says Beer Grin. You guys ever seen this website before? It's pretty cool. So it shows you like kind of like a synergy between Bitcoin and altcoins, and the way that the cycles kind of run through time, and when Bitcoin as a comparison to altcoins is high or low or anything. It's actually pretty decent as a concept. So this was when it was all about Bitcoin, and then it all becomes about altcoins, and then it all becomes about Bitcoins again. But we did also have our rainbow chart, and the rainbow chart's the same as the other chart I've always shown you. This is the halving cycles, and this is how they play out. So it's happened almost every time like this. And this is the exact same expectations. And I like the rainbow, because the rainbow is kind of saying, yeah, next time around, the base is nowhere near as low as it was last time. So see how these new bases, the rainbow is full on legit. That's a legitimate rainbow, because it's not only predicting the bases as it goes along the curve, but it's actually also upgrading the market. So effectively, this is literally telling us the market is maturing at new bases along a log scale curve. It's really cool. I kind of wish I had this one a while ago, and it looks like this website's been around for ages. So very impressive stuff here. I like that. I like this rainbow. It's a super simple kind of hodling and non-hodling kind of concept. Not bad, not bad. And when you bring that with your TA, it can make it a lot stronger. Like you're generally going to be bullish through that start after the halving cycle. Then you're going to be bullish till that December period. And then you're probably going to want to be a little bit concerned after that period, especially when you enter what these are the critical red zones. We're not in the red zone yet. We're kind of just getting into the red zone. So it says the FOMO intensifies. I tend to agree with the FOMO intensifying. For anyone that's new here and you don't have this particular trend line on your charts as well on the SPX, just because I brought it up before I do John's analysis, here's the resistances that have happened through the past. We've correctly picked these several times on the channel because of the glorious trend line. So make sure you have the glorious trend line on there, because again, if the market does bounce back up and it moves through to new highs, when it hits here, what will I be doing? Looking for potential rejections, because this glorious trend line has been so good for so long. Okay, ONCY. Biotech company. Super buy, supposedly. Let's get this up. Upgraded to a super buy. It's up 5.56% this morning. Go to the monthly, get an idea of where it's been in the past. Okay, so it is recovering. It's had some tough times, had some super movements and then failures 1 week. Series of slight higher lows, spiked several times. Never closed higher than a 404. From a weekly perspective, an important milestone for this to get out of the doldrums. The next movement then after that expected $8. Pretty consistent levels there. So closure above the 404, 405 kind of area, very important for this. Daily's bounced. Coming into the resistance. Is it good? Well, you got to be problem at 4. So with the pre-market at 380, is it worth the risk reward? When it gets past 4, I still would expect it to do this movement down, and then you might be able to pick it up and say, okay, well, now I know it's broken a critical level. Clearly the sentiment is strong, John. Yeah, it looks okay from a standpoint of technicals. Series of higher lows means that every time it's crashing down, it's finding better buy support, and now we just have to wait for the 404, 405 kind of zone to be broken through. PLTR was the next question. This is from C Money. Appreciate the support. And you are wondering whether a $23 call is bad or good. So in the pre-market, 0.64%. Really with PLTR, you need the NAS to come along to the party. So what you're wondering is, can Nasdaq get above 13,300? If it can, I believe this company will also run along with it, just because everyone will get a bit more better sentiment. This is one that needs to have retail sentiment strong in it. And previously it's been ARK, but you'll know when it's bad. And when it gets bad, it'll be a closure underneath this box down here. Underneath these previous lows, a closure point daily under that will be very negative. Anything before that is not too much of a problem. We're basically back in structure, and I would hope that it now bounces through. No underneath this zone. If it gets there, bad. What's your thoughts on Funko? Yeah, a lot of people are trading Funko at the moment due to this NFT thing. My thoughts are, it makes logical sense for people to be hyping it up. I think, again, it is not worth it. It is more of you get in and you trade it, and it is a hype-based trade. So you've got to have a get out of jail plan. Notice it went and hit 20, struggled before 20, went and hit 20, and there's a lot of paper hands at 20. So 1880 today. Do I believe that this is a good theoretical fit for NFTs? Yes. Is BTC hitting resistance right now? It looks like it is. Yes. See that? Trend line coming down. I don't know why I have a support there. Oh, yeah, the previous one. The 57. I'm still paying attention to that level and cutting out the crap if I can. cutting that crap out and paying attention to the level as much as possible. Okay, I think we're caught up. That's awesome. Great channel, says Lenka313. Thank you so much. Thank you to the 1,677 members out there today. If you guys are enjoying, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. We are on the road to 100,000 as a community. And when I get that play button, I'm going to give away some cash. I'm going to give cash away, Tyrone. I saw you here. We're giving cash away, and we will have a 50,000 t-shirt thing. I just have to organize it. And I'm being a bit busy. One sec. There's no way I'm not giving away some cash at 100. I'll do some trade, and then I'll even give it away. You heard that right, Ty? I'll be so happy with that play button, guys. It's going behind me. I'll be so happy if we can get there. Do we use Bollinger Bands? Yes, we do. Bollinger Bands are great for scalpers, for day traders. You should have them on your chart sometimes. I just like when I'm doing the analysis for you all, try not to really overcomplicate it. I already go kind of crazy about certain concepts, and I understand not everyone is next to where we are. Now, if I missed some donations, I think someone subbed then. I missed it. One second. I'll just quickly load these up. Quick shout out to what's going on in the markets today. We have US 500, 39.23. We've got silver finding support at 25.20, but still struggling. Gold, let's have a quick look at gold. Gold broke through our trend line on the way up, showed weakness. It's chop city on gold, incredibly hard trading. I would not touch that with a 10-foot barge pole unless I was short, because it's just so hard. I mean, 1740 being rejected. When the sign for me was this: it broke through, didn't quite hit our previous 1760, and then came down and didn't find support there. I told you that I was incredibly disappointed with that technical not working out, because even though it fell off like a knife, and there were reasons why you shouldn't have probably gotten cut out anyway, it was very, very, very bad. And then it gave me the get out of here card, and I was like, goodbye, this sucks. I'm not happy with that technical at all. When those things happen, you need to learn as a day trader, learn as a scalper, learn as a swing trader, whatever you're doing. Sometimes you have to take a small loss, or you have to just get out when things get muddy. And that is hideous. Hideous. B Will says, best way to start my trading day. That's awesome, B Will. Great to hear. All right, let me go up here. Someone membered. Why can't I see it? Dave, can you see it? Can you send it to me? I need to say welcome to them. Let me have a look here. Thad says, Tom, AMC, big news yesterday. Disney going to release Black Widow on Disney Plus. Same day they release in theaters, which also pushed out 2 more months. That's going to continue happening. There's no doubt. No worries, John. I see you've got a different miss there. Look, I'm not sure if someone just subscribed. If they did, I'm sorry I missed you, but thank you so much for subscribing and supporting the channel. Watson Lau, Singapore dollars, $5. Thank you so much, Watson. Appreciate your support. That's awesome. Okay. I think we're caught up. Bollinger Bands, that's a little, only discovered it today. Legit helped me trade 5 times today. Bollinger Bands are legit. I'll show you some Bollinger Bands. If anyone doesn't know what they are, type in the old Bollinger. Bring the Bollinger up. It shows you some bands. And basically these are standard deviations away from a 20 moving average. Why do we use a 20 moving average so much, people ask? Well, because actually most indicators are based on very close around 20 moving average. So this is actually a 20 simple moving average in the middle here, and it's standard deviations away. Don't mess with the standard deviations too much. It's usually 2 as a default. You can move it to 3 if you want more extreme things. But yes, as a scalper, as someone, especially if you're trading a range-bound market, Tyron and I were talking about this today, you can actually trade a range-bound or a really kind of chop city market using Bollingers, and you'll notice how good it's been on gold here. You recognize after all this happened and it came back down that it's a hideous market and it's become very chop city. On this 4 hour alone, look at when it's touched the Bollingers to the bottom side. They've been decent buy zones. Look, if it touched the top side the first time, it's probably going to be a decent sell zone. It by itself, it actually can work, especially when it's around support or resistance lines. But Bollinger is worth having on the chart, but know when to trade it. I don't like it in trends so much because what people do is they do this. They say, it's going down. I'm going to catch the falling knife. It's outside of the Bollinger, guys. It's outside. I'm going to buy. It's outside the Bollinger. Oh, it's still outside the Bollinger. Oh, and I blew my count up. The problem is when you try to trade as like a mean reversion concept and it's not in a range-bound market, it will crush you. So know when to use your indicators. I will do on this channel full in-depth reviews on many of these indicators. But yeah, Bollinger is good. Use it in the move, the kind of sidewaysy kind of markets. So just to recap, these markets are moving interestingly today. Here are the percentages pre-market. What have we got going on? We've got GME trading at 156, unfortunately down 13.91%. We've got costs. We've got AMC now actually green. Where are we? Riot up nicely thanks to Elon Musk and his BTC push. Where's that AMC? AMC up now 1.41% to 1081. It's a good first sign for AMC. Let's see if we can get above 11 this morning and really start to push the sentiment there. And on the screener for the big companies, what do we have? Match Group up 6.17%, ASML 5.21%, Wayfair, these are the bigger ones, Chipotle, Airbnb on the downside, Electronic Arts, no surprises if you've played any of their games, and then the rest. Okay. Kara Marga, US $4.99. Thank you so much, Kara. Thanks, Tom. Can you look at GBTC? Thanks. We will do that in just a few moments. Let's do Tesla, though. We haven't done Tesla yet. So Tesla up 1.18% at a 669 for today. Yesterday, did it trade that well? Not really, but it's still holding the major support. We'll do NEO as well attached to this. So it's still got the left shoulder, still got the head, still got the right shoulder. Pretty crappy volume. Look at this. The volume is pretty crappy, which shows me probably retail traders are trading it and not many institutions are trading it. Because there has been volume. The volume even on the day of Cathie Wood saying, oh yes, I upgrade this, it's all good. When that happened, it still was really low even though it gapped up. So it probably makes sense when you have such a low volume with such a big price adjustment for it to come back down. Today, it must hold. We do not want it underneath this line if we can help it. And if it does gap underneath this, what happens is it has to instantly bull back up. Go over to a daily, check the price action here. See how when it went below, it instantly bulled and rejected. So you have a line in the sand, Tesla holders, and you do not want this thing under 650 under any circumstances, because if it gets under 650, where do we go? Possibly all the way down to the 550, 500, maybe even lower points, 450. If it can hold above here though, back to the 700, we'll find resistance for the day traders. Go to the 1 hour, you'll see it straight away. 700 acted as resistance, 700 acted as resistance. It will be resistance again if it breaks through to the 720, and the 720 barrier is where things really get fun. So I'm going to have a longer term alert set at 720 just to have a look at that with you guys and check it out. Let's do Kara's super chat. Tom, what you taking the Dolphin? Too late to jump in? Yeah, I think so. You might get another 50% out of it. You never know, but it's way too insane. The Dolphin is a recipe for disaster. As they say in South Park, God damn you, Dolphin. Is it Dolphin? Stupid whale, stupid dolphin, or something like that. That was so funny. GBTC. Grayscale. What's going on here? So it should be up in the pre-market. Not up that much. 46.90. It's actually degrading pretty hard. So this had a premium on it, I believe, Grayscale. This had a pretty weird premium on it for how I understand it. I believe it kind of needs to trade at a premium. So look, I could see it continuing to decline, but the thing that's strange about it is it shouldn't really be declining because Bitcoin's going up. And what can we do here? I mean, It's strange that it's declining and Bitcoin's going up, but it's because it was trading at a premium. Now, I'm not sure on the premium value because I don't buy this and I'm not in it myself, but well, I guess I'm kind of inadvertently in it. But yeah, I would hope that it bounces off the 50 exponential. And the reason why is it bounced off previously and it bounced off over here. So you want an aggressive purchase if it comes off here. I would hope it holds today. I don't see any real reason with Bitcoin hitting 57,000 that should go down, but we'll have to keep watching that session. Let me just go over to ETH. 2 hour structure. I just saw the price. There we go. Just saw that price. It's booming through. I also saw BTC testing that 57. ETH coming along for the ride. So is DOT. So is XRP. So yeah, GBTC, look at the 50 Kara for the support of the worst kind of case. That's on the 4 hour time frame. Well, sorry, the daily time frame. Was it daily time frame? Yeah, daily time frame. And I would hope that it bounces off that and doesn't keep getting closer. I don't believe with Grayscale you want it to get not much premium. It has to hold a premium of some kind. Amazon, we'll have a look at that. Tesla going to go up along with BTC, says keep life simple. I think it makes some sense. Tom, what do you think about selling SPY credit spreads today? Depends on time frame. Credit spreads are usually if you can really recognize a point of resistance that you really believe in. I assume you're selling call credit spreads. I'll talk to you guys about when I like doing that. TA on Amazon, please. You guys are getting feisty on Amazon recently. Very feisty on Amazon. Pump BTC woo, says keep life simple. Yep. If you're in it, it feels good to be in. If you're not in it, it feels bad. It feels very bad. Let's get rid of we don't need that anymore. Pre-market up 0.84%. Oh, it's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. Don't know what any of those lines are, but anyway, that's all right. Let's bring this. So the support held like a beast, 29.01. Now trading 3,161. I think it's looking all right. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay. Nice amount of structure through here. Closure to a new high. Even though there's wicks, there's been no closure above there. So I think that's really nice. Yes. See what the movement here to here is. Do I think there's a problem at 3.3? I think that'd probably be a good problem to have. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I feel good about the structure. I feel good about the fact that it's considered this level quite a lot. It's broken higher. Let me have a look at the daily. So the daily rejected. If the daily can come through with the green goods today, that will be very bullish. And then I think it can move to 3,328. And I think it looks quite nice. What do you guys think? Amazon look good? Amazon look good or bad? Let me know. What do you like about this structure? Do you like it or not? DocuSign. Where can I learn about crypto trading? Anyone? Depends what you want to do. If you want to learn about technical analysis, which will be totally relevant to crypto trading, check out the course. Expires 26th of the 3rd. If you're interested. If you want to learn about trading with a broker on it, I guess that you could probably just use YouTube. It'd be pretty easy. Get some BTC before the next leg up. We had a look at that rainbow before. Yeah, Amazon looks pretty good. So do all of the FANG stocks though. And this was from a viewer yesterday and I totally agree with them. Look to this as being your early indicator that the rest of the Nasdaq should be going along. So this is the FANG index and you'll notice that it is the same setup. Left, head, right shoulder. Very strong, crazy resistance through here. Yesterday, it looked like it wanted to close through. What didn't it do? Didn't close through yet. So we are waiting for this exact zone to be broken above, closed above. Doesn't need to close above this wick, just needs to close above this line here, the 45.14, and then move towards the 47. And I think that you will probably see it happen on the FANG index before you'll see it on the NAS. Therefore, this will be your early indication. The rest will roll with it. Chronically Sam, 500 likes, Tom. Hit that intro. I'm struggling tonight. Fair enough, Chronically Sam. We've hit 500 likes. You guys don't tell me enough. Oh, we got to 500 likes. Here we go. Right above that, Chronically Sam. Sarah Jane says, time for the intro. It is time for the intro. Let's get hyped for today, guys. We probably need it. We need the power of the intro to come through for us. Let me just load this beastie up for you. Thank you for the support there as well, Sam. You're from New Zealand. I don't know how you do it. No wonder you're struggling. Wednesday. This is week 3 that you've been up, at least in this stream, I believe. Okay, let's use the intro here, and we were ready to go. Oh, we need a little bit of introduction. Oh. Oh, there we go. Cheers, guys. Is this us today? This is all the NFT holders right now. Look at them go. Dolphin! That's them soon. All right. Stupid dolphin. I love that so much. All right, guys, let's get back over. We've got Taxi, US $5 donation, STM. Thank you so much, Taxi. Cool image there. B Diggs is loving it. That's good. Can you check out dunking? Yeah, why not? We can check that out very, very soon. So look at the FANG early prediction probably of what's going to happen in the market. Let's check out the VIXY VIX, 20.1 for the VIXY VIX, down 0.89%. I'll do a quick AMC GME rollover because I know a lot of people will be here to talk about this one just because it's kind of painful. AMC is looking good in the pre-market, up 2.25% to a 1090. You probably do want it to seriously hold here. You are going to have some issues there, so break this down to the 4 hours now and this smaller time frames. Well, let's go 1 hour actually. So with AMC, if it rallies through, so it looks like it's going to rally to at least 11. I don't really think 11 ever mattered. So let's now move towards the 12 as a potential for today. If it hits this, it will have sellers. And there will be sellers because now we have to break through the lines continuously and move on and move on and move on. So it looks like AMC is moving towards the 11 pre. It may even go towards the 12. Look at it go now. It's going 1097. But is GME coming along with it? It's at 158, better than it was. It was like 154 or something before. 158 is the previous resistances over here. I'll show you. Previous resistance, previous resistance. That's why pre-market is there. But I think it needs to get today above 173, 174 for sentiment to be partially restored. Remember, once you when you bring the fear in, you've got to bring back the sentiment. And to bring back the sentiment, we need to get back above these lines. Yeah, so 175 I'm looking for, and I'd hope that happens relatively early in the trading session. AMC could move towards the 12, but I expect it to find resistance selling at that point. Let's now do STM for Taxi. AMC to $20, says J-Rock. Still J-Rock, you reckon? GME to the moon, Bank says. Yeah, look, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I'm a believer when you get through the lines. You just got to get through those lines. STM, what are my thoughts on this one? Let's go to the week. Oh, not the 2 week. Let's go to the weekly. By the way, we are 1 hour and 10 minutes away from the open, or 1 hour and 11 minutes away from the open. Not long yet, guys. Thank you so much to the 1,700 viewers that have come out to view this open with us. Do appreciate each and every one of you. 31.56. Daily. Okay. 4 hour. Is it like a little channel on the way up or something? Has the channel been broken? Yeah, it did. Okay, so that broke to the upside. Tough one. Probably line chart it. Trying to figure out what I think about it. I don't think much. I don't think anything. Downtrend's certainly broken through. A series of higher highs and higher lows have been happening. So as long as you keep the sequence, that's good. You've got 2050 cross here on one of my favorite swing trading timeframes, which is also backed in with resistance. So I think that's good. So this is good. This is a good zone, and I think it will find buying pressure. It makes some sense why it stopped here. I mean, previous supports, and this was just a random day. So yeah, it looks good. Continuous higher peaks, higher troughs. Each time it comes down, you want a new peak. Each time it comes down, new peak. No doing this, okay? No coming up, going like that, and doing that. Once that happens, the sequence is over and lightning bolts down. So continuously higher highs and higher lows, basically, through the session. Keep going with that one. Where do I live now? I think you're talking to somebody else. Dunking? Yeah, I'll do DKing. NG. Good luck there, Taxi. DKNG. DraftKings, sorry. 70.55. Been a super stock, this one. So we broke through. We actually retested all the way back down, which was pretty strange. After hitting 72, we went down during the start of March to 54. Instantly rebounded. This has a huge amount of support from the retail community as well. 20 moving average is holding it up at this stage. What I would do is go to the daily. Go to the daily. Okay. See that one here? You can actually discount this candle. So little known technique. You're always looking for bullish closes and not so much this one here. So when you're drawing your line, draw it through the bullish closes. So actually what you're looking for is a bullish close above 72. Because when you get a bullish close above 72, then you can move to the next level or the next zone. Yep. That would be what I'm doing. It's holding that 20 on the 4 hour. Hopefully it keeps buying up off it. Look to the 72 break and then we can move to the next area. I just want to quickly check out Beyond Meat. I haven't looked at this stock in a while. I assume it's suffering. Beyond Meat, 137. I don't know how to feel about this stock. I feel like they don't have much moat. What do you guys think about this stock? I've been looking at it for a little while and I'm trying to figure out whether I have... Because if I'm going to invest in something, I need to have the faith. And I don't know if I have the faith in Beyond. Do you guys have the faith? I know they have contracts. I know they have a decent product. I ate it the other day. I've eaten it quite a lot just to test it out. But I don't know if they have much moat. I feel like anyone could kind of start their business. And the question is their IP and their product good enough? Let me know what you think on Beyond. Support is all around here. What level is this? 120 is the support zone. Might set an alert for that. Just have a look. There we go. Donation coming in here from Michael Hananan. $5. Thank you so much. FX Evo to the moon. Thoughts on Apple? Great donation there, Michael. We will look at that in one moment. No moat, says Daryl Wong. Jake says, I got the no faith. The name is ugly. That's true. Why would you have Beyond Meat? Maybe I don't want to be Beyond Meat. Maybe I just want to be like not even associated with meat when I eat it. Beyond is selling at Costco. Yeah, that's right, Stanley. Pump and Dump, T-Doc. We'll look at T-Doc soon. Their product is not the greatest, if I'm being honest, says Conscious. Get Woke, Go Broke. Lots of competition from Impossible and OmniFood and so many others. Interesting. Beyond will get big in China, I think, since there is always some kind of cattle disease. All right. No faith is generally the community's thought process on Beyond. Yeah, I think there's better. There's better. Let's have a look at Apple. By the way, Bitcoin just moving down off that 57,000 resistance test. Now 56,790. Let's have a look at Apple. Let's go down to the daily. So like the rest of the FANG, you've got to kind of be getting a little bit okay about nibbling on the apples. I'm not sure if the apple is rotten. I don't think so. So it's broken past its downward trajectory. So the downward trajectory was like this, and it's broken past, and now it's consolidating through. So we can pretty much get rid of this line. We don't need this line anymore. We know it's consolidating. We know that it is weaker than Amazon. It is weaker than Microsoft. Price action is telling us this. The price action ain't lying. It's not lying to us. This is not as strong as those others. And we'll look at Microsoft in a few moments. We looked at Amazon and it was ready to boom up. We looked at the FANG index and it was ready to really have a movement here. But Apple is struggling. Look, you really can't get super bullish on it until it cracks the 128, because at that point, the market will clearly be making a decision. We are ready to go back to the 136, and we are then ready to hopefully go back to all-time highs. At this stage, Apple's kind of floundering in this zone. And I'm not sure exactly why. Is it really overpriced when you compare it to other things? Probably not. I feel like 120 is still pretty strong buying, and in this zone is still pretty strong overall. And we're looking just for a 128 break on the longer side. If you like it, it's not the worst, is it, from a TA perspective? Let's now go to Microsoft. Buying the Discords potentially. Pre-market 239. I mean, look at the comparison. We just looked at one of the big stocks that usually move together. Microsoft absolutely slaying with this chart. This chart's way stronger. It's already had a few goes at breaking and closing above and then moving down. These are all little inverse head and shoulders. They're all little inverse head and shoulders pointing towards new all-time highs. Arguably, Microsoft hasn't had Bethesda priced in. It also may go and get Discord. I don't even know if they've done that deal. I didn't look. But yeah, they've got choices and they've got incredibly solid core. And let's just face it, Teams is like so good for them because they can really erode Zoom's business and they can do it within their already existing product offering, and it's so easy for them to set it up. So I'm actually pretty big fan of Microsoft ever since they bought out Teams and they really got that thing off the ground. It's looking okay. Look, is it incredibly priced? Yes. But look how well it holds this weekly 20 on the way up. Weekly 20, weekly 20. It'll be boring, sure, but it's holding through. It's holding strong. We are just over 1 hour away from the US market open. Beyond versus what was that? TT. Will Airbnb recover today? Do your technical analysis courses do one-on-one at FX Evolution? We used to do a bit of mentoring. We sometimes do. But no, they don't have it included in that particular one. We have an amazing community, though, of plenty of people that are willing to help you. Webinars, we run once a week. I'm running a stock one now and uploading that. I mean, there's so much stuff in there. We've even got a trading comp. We do it all. AAPL so cheap compared to others. Why? Yeah, I don't really know if there's a valid reason why. I mean, people have just said it's overpriced. Warren Buffett sold a portion of it. A few other funds sold a portion of it. But yeah, it's not so strong. AAPL to 150, says Donkin Dave. I'm sure it will happen soon. Attila Lako, US $5. Hey, what do you think about GAB? What do you think about GAB? Let's have a look at GAB. Equity Trust. Nice breakout, nice support. Okay. Look, it's a great breakout on the weekly. It's a great retest of support, which is exactly what you want, and you hope it holds here. And this is a multi-year high that it broke out above. It respected it the first time on the weekly, and then it's come back down to it. Let's have a look how the daily is interacting with the zone. Okay, let's have a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours interacting relatively well. Wick buying. Okay, that's good. Now we've got to go even lower. Got to go 1 hour. Trend line on the way down here is pretty steep. So you've got wick buying. You've got a series of lower highs all the way down through this session. So I think now you've got this really good potential of breaking through these two nasty moving averages here and then retesting that level and then moving back up. Everything points to that is a great little low zone. Welcome to the 1,800 people as well joining us for this pre-market open. It is 1 hour and 1 minute away. It's going to be a good time. So yeah, GAB right on support. Lower highs all the way through this trend line. It looks super good. Hopefully it continues to move up and break through for you. They manipulate AAPL because they know it's a go-to for new retail investors. Exactly. It is the number one in Robinhood investment. Number one. What's number two? Guys, do you know what number two investment on Robinhood is? Tell me in the chat room right now. Have a guess. In your wildest dreams, I believe you will not guess what it is. Let's see if the chat is smart or the chat is not smart. Mike Tate, maybe I'm wrong now, but I'm pretty sure it was last week. Mike Tate, US $4.99. Can you review FTCH April 23 puts, 55 strike? A lot of put and options traders out there. Be interesting to see how many people actually do trade options in the community. Kind of want to know that actually, because I like options. Let me see. I can bring some options in on the channel. Let me get a straw poll out here. Stocks, no. Just interested in this. I would love to know what you guys actually do. So I'm going to put this in the community and I'd be very interested if you can respond to this. It'll help me shape. I'm going to vote my one. Okay, here we go. All right, I'll spam this in the comment section. Ah, there we go. All right, let's see what everyone said. What is the number 2 most invested thing on the market in Robinhood? Tesla. You guys know. You guys know Tesla, AAPL, NEO, PLTR, all those types of things. Yeah, Tesla is certainly number 2, I believe. Microsoft also up there. So a bit of manipulation. AAPL number 1 though by far. Jake, so this is Mike Tate's donation here for FTCH. Fill in that straw poll. It does help me out if you can. If you can do that. FTCH. What do I think about this? You got puts 55 strike. Okay. I assume you bought puts and not selling them. Selling them could be dangerous. Buying them might be a little bit better. Yeah, so no matter how you really look at this, no matter how you cut it, things are looking negative for this. This is a technology service internet software company valued at $20.917 billion. So it's testing out this line, and even if you draw the line through the bodies or wherever you draw it on the 1 hour, it's starting to look negative. You probably got into it because you were drawing through the body closes, which is valid. It's the first close that we saw below. Look, it's the right idea. It is the right idea. You've got, shorting is hard in the market. So you have to be nimble like a warrior fox. But 57, you've got a 55 strike. I assume you don't need it to come in the money because you can sell it at any point in time. I think you're going to have problems around this area, 56. Because you've got previous resistance, previous support, a lot of wick purchasing all over that, plus that one, plus that one. Yeah, I think there's an issue here. So even if it does short, I feel like that could be a zone for you. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, there was a lot of buying there. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour again. Go to the 2 hour. Yeah, so much structure. I think that you're okay and it could move down. Look today for closures below that. I know today it's trading down for you. But yeah, movement down to the 56. Good luck, Mike. Wish you all the best there. Jake Somerville, Australian, $10. Thank you so much, Jake. What are your thoughts on Airtasker stock? I was talking about this today. Old Airtasker. What a glorious entry into the market. Comes in what looks like about $1. Actually, I think IPO is about 65 cents and runs super hard just to under $2. So my thoughts are it'll trade like any of these hyped things. Look, it's probably getting tapped out a little bit. I actually looked at the lines today for this. I literally was looking at the lines. So it was 250,000 K units at about 193 or 192. Then 195 had a ton of units. 199 was insane. And $2, like a bunch of people that don't know how to trade the market, had like 550,000 units. So there were so many units in comparison to everything else, and a few smarter people were trying to get in a little bit lower. So I would have actually been right there, right on it, just underneath everyone else, saying, nope, I'm not getting stuck in that pleb crowd. And it moved up, straight up there, and then started moving down. Look, strong entrance into it. It's going to have a lot of swings on this one, Jake. And I believe there will be a decent pullback. Go back over and have a look at other hyped stocks and IPOs over the last year, if you can find them. And then if you can't, go back and have a look at how weed reacted when it first came out. So weed stocks, when they first came out, they went like this. Wee! And then they came back to a more settled, and then they went up again. Don't mind the company, not much competition, interesting kind of area. So yeah, but I do think it kind of crapped out today. Maybe it can get to $2, just because people have been calling each other about it throughout all of the session in the Aussie market for sure. Let me load up that straw poll and see what you guys think. Let me bring that on here. Refresh. Why is it just all stocks, no leverage? Is that true? That's all we trade? Stocks, no leverage? Surely that's fake. Okay, maybe it's real. Oh well, we're doing the right thing then. Stocks, no leverage. Surely there's some crypto traders out there. Yeah, I think this is trading very, very high like that. So yeah, good luck on it. Read an article, what was this, earlier, and it said AVG age of trader on Robinhood was 31. That seems very, very, very accurate. A lot of mid-20s, a lot of low 20s, and then a lot of millennials up to around 35, and there wouldn't be that many people above that. Jake Bernhard, US $4.99. Thoughts on PayPal? Beat down with Stimmy talk and GameStop action. In my opinion, she's ready to go. Let's have a look at PayPal. So I was looking at PayPal quite extensively the other day, and I was thinking about the market capitalization. So the market capitalization on this is $285 billion. And I was trying to figure out whether I think that's super expensive. So we go here to a monthly, and there are some good benefits and some drawbacks to PayPal. One of the benefits is there actually is some room to expansion, but I'm wondering how much is being priced in. So $308 it went up to. Is it on support? Yes, there's no doubt. Look how strong the weekly 20's been. Look at it. Weekly 20, weekly 20, weekly 20, just like last time. Crazy amounts of bounces through it. All wicks. Beautiful level. We're starting off this week in the middle now. We're sitting there. We're waiting for the NAS. By the way, the NAS trading at 13,117. It makes a lot of sense for you to be looking at this level. I get it. 2050 cross, not quite complete on... Actually, didn't complete really here either. Whoa. So 2050 cross has not happened since April. In terms of the downside since March last year. Because that, I don't even sure if I'll count it. So they're kissing. But they didn't, and they did act as some resistance last time. So these are my thoughts. I think something like this. This is a daily, pretty significant. It probably moves up here. It will struggle on this zone. If it gets through, you know where the next resistance is. I'm sure you've done your own analysis. I'm sure you're ready for this one. 254 resistance. Yes, that is a problem for you. If you get through though, yeah, I can see it. I can see some pretty heavy movements up. I'm just concerned about the market capitalization from an investment point of view. But trading wise, here and here, they're your main targets. Once you get through, explosion to 276, possibly even back into the 300s. Good luck, Jake. Interesting zones. Square over PayPal, Kim Lim says, I tend to agree. Look at Square's market capitalization. And I believe they're just getting started. So Square is 101 billion. PayPal, we saw what it was. It was an insane amount of money. Now, PayPal has a way more mature business. They actually make money, all these types of things. But yeah, very important to check that out. Stimmy money could go into that. John Leong, New Zealand, $5. Thank you so much, John. Very late over there. Thoughts on AMRS? I'll check it out in a second. And Matthew Valerie, US $5. Hey, Tom, could you check out ASO? I have some 16th of the 4th calls. How screwed am I? I kind of want to do that one first. I just want to see Matthew. I want to see ASO, and then I'll do yours, John. Don't worry. Academy Sports. I assume it's this one because you have American dating system. How stuffed are you? $30. This will be it. Expiring in April 16th. I don't know. It's not necessarily stuffed. I mean, depends how much you paid for them. I think that's very important. But this is the weirdest little trend line ever going on. So much little random support off a very aggressive trend line. It just goes like this. Just bang, 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 bang. I think probably you want that to hold under all circumstances. It's just been too accurate recently with the holds. Look for a 26 closure above. Let's have a look at the weekly. Okay, yeah. So 26 closure above this week. What you want to give yourself no heart attack on the weekend is you want this through the 26 and you want a closure above. Don't worry about the wicks. I've told you guys before. Doesn't matter about these. Who cares? It's the close is the key. It shows the true sentiment of the market. And once you start to understand that, you can get in better entries and you can make better informed decisions. It took me ages to realize that that was such an important thing. So yeah, 26, let's get a close above that. Hold the little trend line floor there, Matthew, and it could come back into the 30. But you probably want to consider how much time have you got left and how much does the $30 owe you? Yeah, a lot of those things need to come through. Let's do John's one, AMRS. It's too early for him in New Zealand. What do I think on this? 21.35. Well, firstly, aggressive trend, very aggressive. Size is 5.58 billion, so it's not a crappy company. 20 moving average has been an amazing pickup. 20, 20, 20, possible 20 here. Every time it's come to the 20, it has made a new high. It didn't quite come to it before. I could see it continuing down. I know it's up. I could see it come back to the 20, which I don't think would be bad because it did make a new high at least. That would be a good level of support, around $19.30. And then if you get a closure above 22.62, you should move to the next level. Aim probably 25. Continue to watch this one from the daily 20 exponential. It's just too good a level on the reload. And if you get a close below it, be scared because that's when you know that trend could be over. Could only pick one option, went with the one I lose less money on, says Jake. Okay. I voted for commodities. It said it counted my vote. I went to the result and it says 0 votes for commodities, 100%, 46 votes for stock, no leverage. Yeah, that thing's stupid. Straw poll ruined it. We'll do it another time. It was broken when I tried. Yeah, that poll link didn't work for us. The poll link did not work. Maybe we'll do another one soon. I need your class, says George. You know what to do, George. You know what to do. Check that link. I'm telling you, 10 years, guys, we've been doing this. And you get access to the community as well. Tom, if you don't mind, which stock makes up the most of your profile? Well, it's probably not one stock. It's probably the index. Yeah, it would be NAS. It'd be NAS all day long. So NAS would be the biggest. And then after that, it's going to be FANG stocks. Well, actually, I sold a bit of Apple, so I don't have that much of it. What is becoming more of my profile, though, is going to be, for the future, different things. So we're going to go, I'm been picking up a little bit of the crazy hyper growth as well. Whoa, dude. Spamming through the world. Mods, we've got to get rid of him. I can't get rid of him. Life of the random pyro. Dave, refresh that guy and get rid of him. He's spamming like crazy. Thank you so much. Ban him too. Ban his ass. I'll ban him. Sorry, guys. Just got to get rid of this. Can't have these type of people. Oh, thanks. You already did it. I'm going to report him. I hate spammers that spam crap. By the way, if you ever see supposedly something about me saying, oh, come check me out on WhatsApp or something, Mr. Kevin, Mr. whatever else. It's fake. Please do not click it. Do not support those. Flag them all. Flag them all for me. I've been trying to delete them, guys. I cannot stop them. They're crazy. They're everywhere. It's like a plague of YouTube. And I contacted YouTube and I said, what are you guys doing about it? Please report them, they said. Okay, I did, but it just doesn't work. Nonfiction for life, US $4.99. Thank you so much, Nonfiction, for supporting the stream. I do appreciate it. Good work, Dave. You got him. Good work, mods. Get that guy. So yeah, in terms of the biggest access, it's always going to be usually an index. I kind of think about a lot of investment from this concept. I like having strong cores. And then so the cores will be my bigger holdings. And it's like a core, and then you have what's called a satellite. You guys can do your own research on core satellite and see what that is. But basically, it's like you have a bit of passive, and then you have active. And the active is where you make your decisions for the future, and the core passive is your general thought process. If that makes some sense. Learn live trading, get the Webull app, lol, says Jan. That's true. ADA, please. Yeah, we'll do ADA. Lots of spam. That's true. Why is Dolphin blowing up? Oh, it's the NFT life. It's the NFT life. Tom getting into the weed stocks, maybe. So 13,100 here for the NAS in the morning. Thanks so much to the 1,700 people that are joining us. We are 45 minutes away from open. Where do I expect the NAS to go today? Well, we're in the middle of the zone. So I expect the NAS will probably either move down. I mean, this is not going to be that helpful because we're in the middle. Down or up. I would like to think up, but this stupid dollar index is certainly worrying me at 92.49. Basically, the NAS might rebound off 13,000 if it comes down. And then if it goes up, I expect resistance at the 31.76, similar to the last 2 days, which we correctly analyzed. And this will be what happens if it breaks through. Boom, 13.3. I am looking for a close above 13.176. There could be nothing greater on a Wednesday if you're long the market than getting through 13.176 because it means that we should redirect towards 13,300 and move past that area. I would be very, very happy with that. If it comes down to 13,000, it's not ideal. You don't really want this market continuing to do this forever in the traps that we've got set for it. The more it does it, it's kind of, it's just not the best inside of all this structure that we've got going on. Too much noise. Let's start to get some move out and breakthroughs. Let's get through that. Nonfiction for life again. Thank you for the $4.99. Yeah, I'm not sure why that polling didn't work. Oh. Okay, we are caught up. Let's go through the rest. Let's do BTC first. BTC closing above 56,600-ish area. Looks like it's really approaching that 57. 57 will be tough purely just because even though there's noise through this area here, the noise that happened here, this was where the real technicals were. Last time there were technicals, you can see it was still technical. And if you go to a line chart, it will cut a lot of the crap out for you because it'll give you the closes. And there was such strong resistance and support through that area. So this is going to act as resistance. If we get through though, you can move towards the 58 and then hopefully back to the 60. I do think the Tesla news is pretty large for Bitcoin holders. I think the idea of Elon holding it and therefore creating more scarcity on Bitcoin is strong to the overall HODL effect, especially at this stage in the cycle. Remember, we're in the rainbow and the rainbow is here. So is it, is the gravy kind of gone? Sure, the gravy's gone. Don't ever think that Bitcoin's just going to go like this. I know you want that, but it's probably going to do some kind of hyper extension. It will then crash through. The new base will be way higher. That probably points to like a 20,000 or 25 or 30,000 new base. And then we go back into the cycle. And in the next cycle, the exciting news for Bitcoin holders is I believe in the next cycle will be the true expansion, as long as it's not banned by the US or other countries, the true real time that Bitcoin, it's called Bitcoin 3.0 for me. And that's when I believe the mainstream funds will actually hold it. And that's when you truly get scarcity and it becomes a legitimized full-on asset. That's my opinion. Do you reckon I mean, some will say it's a legitimized full-on asset right now, but when you start to get funds into it, that's the next level, okay? So do you guys agree? This was fledgling. This is when Tom sold it. Where am I? Here. That's where I sold it. See that little breakout from $10? That's where I mined it. That's where I sold it like a moron. It happens. This is where I cried the first time. This is where I didn't buy back in when it was like $200. I remember it well. Then I got in. Then Tom sold it. Then I got back in a little bit. And now I'm here. I didn't get in enough. It's funny. But yeah, the cycles have been pretty real on this. Let's go over to ADA. I'm sure everyone has a bad story about Bitcoin selling it for too cheap. ADA looks DOT looks really, really strong. Look for DOT. The important point here is going to be a break close above 38. I don't care about the 40 so much. I just care about holding daily sentiment above 38. If it can do that, that is really looking like a strong series of higher lows, strong buying. DOT is looking better than many of the cryptos out there from this perspective. It's really trying to get through. ADA, 115, 116 right now. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Yes. Putting pressure on the important zone. Previous support, 116.20. Found resistance. Let's get a closure above that so we can move to the next area. Then we've put the base structure in line at the 110 and we can move back into way higher than 130. I don't care about 130. 130, whatever. Delete that. That's stupid. So probably back. I mean, it could really go towards 147 again. Yeah, maybe here we'll stop at 133, but probably 147. So base is looking strong. Continue to get it flow through here, and then you can move on to the next one. Bought a pizza for 0.2 BTC, and it wasn't even that good, said Seen and Died. I'm going to like these cycles. What have we got here? Tesla now taking Bitcoin for Tesla. That's right. Payments. What are your thoughts on this? Crazy to see how the market will react on this news. My thoughts are completely about scarcity. So all that Bitcoin is a store, and it is scarcity. And you know, there's been plenty of people talking about this. If you have what's of course sentiment driven, but if you have heaps and heaps of people holding Bitcoin and they're not selling it, it creates less volume, which means that yes, it will go up because people will demand it. That's the standard thing of scarcity. Land doesn't get built. Well, it can in some countries, but it usually doesn't get built. That's why there's scarcity involved in it. So it's that play. I think it's big news, but then someone mentioned a good counter to it and said that supposedly any of the Bitcoin transactions, such as a Tesla car in the US, would actually cost, I think, 23% more to do the transaction. Either way, as long as Tesla holds true to the word of not liquidating the Bitcoin, that's the importance. That is the key difference between every other announcement ever about Bitcoin and this one. They are hodl, which creates further scarcity. And that, I believe, is a longer term bullish concept. Got some donations coming in here. Let me just quickly make sure I am ready. So many scammers these days. Yes, I hate the scammers. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. SAC Honda highlights, $4.99. Can you do TA on the Dow? Looking for a good entry. Got a Dow trader here, Honda. Okay, we can do that. So yeah, ADA on the support, DOT on the support, XRP looking less bullish because of the drop in the other coins in comparison. ETH structured closing above right now. BTC obviously on the move here at the resistance, looking okay. Let's go over to the Dow. And we'll go to a monthly. Okay. Must admit, I don't pay that much attention to the Dow nowadays. S&P is where it's at compared to the Dow. And right now it's really the Nas. Looking for a good entry. Man, that weekly is insane in the value play rotation that's happened. 50, 50, 20, 20 the whole way through pretty much. similar to the S&P. Guess it's kind of there right now. I don't really like it that much, Honda, but yeah, I mean, the 20 should be buying, 32,000 flat should be support. So you've got your support behind it. It barely hit the 20 a few times after breaking to a new high. Remember that. So it's playing a similar playbook. And then through the moving forward, it's like this. Pullbacks to the 20 as it goes up. If we get more of a standardized market, there's not much else you can do. Go to the 4-hour. Probably draw your standard trend line through here. That will then intersect with the previous supports, which will become resistance. And then you're looking for your, if you want to get the kind of breakout one, that's your look. Find support, 32.8 then becomes resistance, sells off again, I expect, and then you can move to the next level. Look, 33 also an issue a little bit on the small time frames, but this particular 32.8 will be a problem to get through on the Dow. So that's my kind of analysis there for that one. Good luck there, Honda. Creighton Sith, $2 US. Please look at Wayfair, thinking of puts and a short. Okay, Wayfair W. We've done this one a few times. Looking for a short. Okay. Market capitalization is 34.8 billion. Pre is down 0.82%. I don't know about shorting. If you're going to do it, you're at the high. You've seen a weekly potential closure down. Probably wait for the weekly to close. Let's go to the daily. There's no actual thing telling you to short here. It is a purely gut feel based on resistance. Yeah, I think you need more information because nothing here makes me think short. It technically just looks consolidatory. It's at the resistance and you're probably saying, okay, what happened here will happen again. But it's tested this point heaps of times. Why has this happened? Maybe wait for the weekly to close, look if it's bearish, and then if it has the flow through next week, you can maybe consider it. Elon over J-Power says so shall. Fair enough. Atlas Artist Sweden, SEC 50. Hey, Tom, thanks for the TA of Expression. In Sweden last week. You were 100% right. Great job. My other portion is silver. Anything real, true, bounce in sight. Well, firstly, congratulations. You made some coin on that particular thing that we did here on the channel. That's awesome. Have we done PLTR? We certainly have, Christopher. But silver. Hit support. So that's good news. We've done this one a few times tonight. So we've hit support and you want to see it bounce here. Look at the dollar index because the dollar index is going to be key. But your biggest issue right now is this little trend line on the way down. See how it hit it? Nasty stuff. So yeah, get through here. Then get through 25.50. And all I'm looking for, I'm not even partially bullish on it until we close above 25.50. Until that happens, I'm really not interested in silver. It's just too choppy and stuff. But yes, you're back on support of the 25 and it's putting pressure on the resistance ahead of the market. Check out the dollar index. That is going to be the key area. Dollar index. If that shorts off today and comes back down to 92, then you could see silver pop. If it continues its way up to 93, 94, which it certainly could do, that's probably not going to be good for your silver trade. HOFV and Dolphin running together. Oh, they're running together. Hall of Fame Entertainment. 74% up. It's funny how the NFTs have just come in and now all of a sudden it's all about NFTs. I loaded the stock twits before and it was like NFT, well, yesterday, NFT. Today it's NFT. Just tons of it. Be prepared for giant crashes, similar to what we saw in Rocket, similar to what we saw on plenty of pump and dumps. These will not hold up. That is my opinion, but I don't believe they will hold up. Kevin, we took a look at silver just then, so that's good. Lusik, US $3. Neo, adding or holding here? Neo 41.51. Well, good news, above 40 still. I'd like to have a daily bullish close here for Neo. I've said this several times on the channel. I believe Neo kind of like trades behind Tesla a little bit. So usually Tesla goes on its run, Neo kind of comes through with it. But these are our key levels. $40, $33, or $40 pretty much flat is exactly where I do not want it to close below. That will be super negative for this. I would like it to get above 46, and then that will trigger 50, and then 50 plus triggers 55. If we're hitting 55, where will Tesla be? Tesla will literally be in the 780 to 800 bracket. So they should move together through the resistances, but expect this to still be heavy buying support. $40 should be buying support for Neo. What do you guys think? Is there going to be purchases there? Is it going to go up or down when it hits 40? Tell me right now. NFT stocks, yes. What do I look at? Well, I look at everything. I trade pretty much stocks. I trade commodities. I trade currencies. Bit of crypto, though I usually just rotate in and out of cryptos. Less trade, I just kind of rotate. If I see a super longer term setup, I'll take it, usually towards the bull side. Let's have a look at the markets here. Pre-market for the green, we have 5.35% ASML, KLA 4.1%, Zscaler 2.46%, not bad move there. CME, Moderna, Square off the Bitcoin news, 1.33% up. So finding a little bit. Might actually continue to run through the Bitcoin as well. CrowdStrike 1.25, Lockheed up. Down is these ones. Baidu continues to fall. The Chinese government intervention is definitely not working out for a lot of those Chinese companies. GameStop 12.5, 13% down. We'll recover that now for you guys. Good news is at least at 159, which is where we had to have it open for some support. And on the green side, what have we got? Big green here. Riot Blockchain, Mara will also be up. Anything to do with Bitcoin today is going well. AMC 2.25%, 1090. Probably when it opens, 11 will have an instant sell on it. I feel like we're going to have to get the fence out for GME today. Do we have to get the fence out when we go into the market open? We're only 28 minutes away. I feel like we will. It's going to be pretty big pressure there. Here we go. We got up, we got up, we got down, we got up. Most people are thinking up for Neo at that level. Durable goods orders missed, reopening narrative getting more shaky. Yeah, I mean it missed, but these numbers have to be stacked together. So when you're looking at like any numbers, and I don't always cover them on the stream unless they're half important because they won't move the markets as much as you think. It's the culmination of crappy numbers together. So if you have a huge amount of culmination of crappy numbers, so you've got one bad one, two bad ones, three bad ones, four bad ones, five bad ones. When it starts to pack together with heaps of crappy ones, then you need intervention from someone like the Fed or someone like the government in terms of supporting the economy. Now, you don't. It's when they all stack together that you've got a bigger problem. So we have seen some weaker numbers coming out now. That's probably week number 4 or 5. So we're starting to get a bad narrative. Maybe next week I will go through that. I'll do some research and pick it up for you on the weekend. AMC is dropping like a rock. Let's have a look. Oh, it's not moving that much. Not moving that much. Nick M. Power. Thank you so much. US $5. Gold /GDXJ. Why are people buying Neo? Purely just market memory, and maybe they like it. Harry says unemployment claims report tomorrow could move the market. Yeah, next week, well, we're coming up to more important unemployment claims data. So next week will obviously be the beginning. Should be Friday. Should be non-farms. Let me just quickly check for you. Let me load up the Forex, the calendar here. Yeah, that poll was completely balked before. All right, so have your economic calendars always ready. So this is, for me, Thursday. It's not for you in the US. It's set to my time here in Australia. So you see it's 12:05. But you'll notice here's all the information. Then we've got summits, etc. You can actually just have US news if you want it. But then next week, let me have a look. Yeah, so next week's non-farm employment change. So expect the real pain train either way to begin next week when we effectively have the non-farm employment change, whether the economy is doing better or not, and unemployment rate in general, and that will be the big number. This could be a precursor to that though. If you get like kind of a crappy number, it might start to shake the market. And the reason why is because there are more negative news coming out, and that will be a trajectory into next week's non-farm employment change. Join us live for that as well. It's going to be always a lot of fun going through non-farms. If you haven't done it before, definitely join us, definitely subscribe. It's always an interesting time. So as I mentioned before, the rankings here of the things that people are trading today, people that are going crazy with, I'll give you them now for the codes. Here are the codes. AMC, GME, HOFV, Dolphin, no surprise as well, GNUS, YVR, Liquid Media Group, BTC, SOS, and Tesla. So that's the most active for the sessions, and then a bunch of tokens are out there as well. So Intel as well, moving quite heavily. Let's have a look at the Intel chart, and then we'll do those donations. Intel, 3.69% up. They've changed their strategy a little bit. Looks like the new CEO kind of knows what's up, which is good to see. So Intel back into the resistance. You can never get rid of Intel inside, but they need new tech and they need it now. This is a fairly significant breakout if it can hold. It's never really been above this $70 bracket. I saw they're a bit more aggressive on their pricing as well with their CPUs. Do I like it? I think there's better out there. But yes, it is closing above. And these two wicks, closing through those would be massive on the weekly. There you go. See, Jai Tizza, I got you. Yeah, my thoughts are closing above 66 is massive. Then you'll move to 70, very accurately going to probably move to 70, because breaking through those two weekly rejections will be very strong sentiment wise. You know where it's got before, 69.22. Everything looks bullish on it, especially with this new news. Yes. All right, let's go back up here and do this. Nick Empower Gold /GDXJ. Oh, this is the VanEck Junior Gold miners. Okay, makes sense. There we are. All right. Where is it? It's kind of trading where you would expect it to hopefully buy up. But I tell you what, it's in a nasty channel on the way down, isn't it? And then monthly. Yeah. Weekly again. So it actually hasn't bottomed in terms of the channel, but that's because it hit the support that you expect it to. And then top end side, it's like in the middle of nowhere. So look, you have to look at gold price, but it's on a support that's very important to hold. If it breaks through to the low, I could see it going down to whatever this extrapolates out to, and then bounce up like that. And until it breaks either side of these on the way up or the way down, you're going to have a struggle town. I would hope that it buys here and that you can move back up and get through this resistance and this support. Log down to the smaller time frames and check it out for sure. Get in here. 4 hour, that's where you want it to be above. And once it does that, it'll go bullish into your bottom or into the top of the channel here. And then hopefully you can close through and continue on. Check out 48 and right where it is right now. Look how it interacts. Ideally, you get bullish hammer, similar to last time. Good luck on that one, man. Morning from Texas. Good morning. Texas crypto, US $5. Can you look at Harmony, please? It's a crypto. Sure, we can do that. By the way, BTC 56,834. .3591. Trying its hardest to get up. Ethereum 1,731, up 3.82%. Seems to have closed above. This Harmony is going very strong. We've looked at this a few times on the charts. The 20 moving average was a super bounce level the other day. It's looking great. It really is looking good. Now you're pretty much guessing where it stops. So we've had a really nice breakout here today. Probably goes towards the 25. It's got through 20. We also know that it respected 10 and it respected 20 just before. So be very careful. Oh, does that mean we could go to 30? Respected 10. What's that? Did it stop at 15? No. Then it... Yeah. Could you be greedy? I mean, it's up 35%. I still think it moves towards the 25, and I still think there'll be sellers there. However, because it's done 10 cents pretty accurately twice now, maybe it can get to 30 cents. And I would be before 30 cents looking at it. So like 0.295, that kind of area. You would want to be looking at the lines very carefully on that one. Good luck, Texas crypto. Looking good. Follow it with the 20 on the 4 hour here. AMD can put out far more tech, but they are playing it smart and just keeping above Intel, basically milking it. Yeah, that's correct. That's pretty much what Intel did for years. Jobo says, hi, great trading insights. I can't find the FANG index you showed me today in the video. Can you show where to find it? Yeah, in TradingView, you should be able to just type in FANG and it should be... Why am I not finding it now? There it is. That one there. S-Fun. The FANG. Capital.com. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. What the hell is that? Ugh. Let me get it for you again. Why can't I find it again? I had it before. I know it's a futures market. Not a futures, like a CFD or something. God damn it. Can someone give me the code for it? I literally had it before. Now I don't know where it's gone. Someone in the community will have it. I know it was like an amalgamation, like from one of the Forex companies that had put it together. Someone will have it though. Can we take a look at Nvidia, please? Yeah, we can do that. Nvidia. Starcast DJP, US $2. Hi there. Can you talk about swing trading? Yeah, sure. I mean, a lot of what I'm analyzing is actually swing trading concepts. Basically, swing trading is the easiest style of trading. You put in around 45 minutes a day and you can get pretty good outputs. What you're doing in swing trading is you're usually looking for key role reversal areas. So basically, like say here on Nvidia, let's say it breaks out and busts above 540. A swing trader will be focusing on 540. A pullback back to that zone, drawing a fib from the low to the high, and then targeting in this area. And then they would buy it up to the next area, being like a 580, and then they would that would be basically the swing that you're looking for. It's my preferred way of trading. The key to swing trading is 4 hour charts, daily charts, and in stock, weekly charts. So you want to know where it is on the weekly. You want to know where it is specifically daily is the most important. And the close is the key. I don't know where these guys have got this idea that 3 p.m. you should be selling all your stocks and running away. It's not necessarily... The close is actually the confirmation of what's happened during the war of the bulls and the bears for the day. So that's the more important one. So yeah, swing trading, that's a little bit of information there. FAANG. See, I'm a moron now. FXCM. There we go. Thank you so much, guys. That's what happens when you live stream so much. 12:14 a.m. I got a big day. We did webinars, talking a lot. It's just sometimes I get a bit crazy like that. So yeah, this is the FANG index. Here we go. Perfect. We're looking at a daily close above this level. Let me just quickly line it up. Closure is the key, and you must have a daily close above here to show us that initial strength. 4,700 would be the target. Things like Amazon, things like Microsoft, they're all setting up very nicely at this point. Nope, ha ha ha, lol, what? OMG, thanks a lot, Tom, no worries. Yeah, both of these are good. Texas Crypto says, wow, thanks, Tom, bought at 0.04, smiley face. Yeah, there's opportunity there, Texas. I mean, obviously, you might want to even consider scaling out, but it looks pretty strong. Whenever you see like a big bullish thing, you've got to say, how sad would you be if it went to zero? And when it's moving up through key levels, you have to have an exit strategy. That exit strategy might be taking a portion off. It might be thirding it. You can have multiple different. You don't just have to press close on every single one of them. You can certainly get out some. Love swinging these NFT plays, Tom. TA is the king combo with the pre-market gainers like HOFV, which is affordable at the moment. Yeah, well, affordable. HOF is affordable. Market capitalization will have a lot at play here. So this one here is 335 million yesterday. It's up 75%. Let's have a look at the Dolphin. The Dolphin size is very small. So take that into consideration, yeah? This one here is only 120 million as of yesterday. So it's more manipulatable by the retail money coming into it. So please just always consider that. Just because it's straight, there's a rookie in some ways mistake that we do sometimes, which is, you see a $7 price target and you think, it's cheap. It's cheap, guys. $7. $7 can mean $1 billion. You don't know what the market cap is. $1 can mean $1 billion on some stocks. So just always look at market capitalization and compare them. It's kind of like how costs got to like $127, but was still very, very small in comparison to something like GameStop or AMC situation. Yeah, it was a lot smaller. Arimaeus Adugna, $2 US. Thank you so much. JMIA, please. We'll certainly do that one. Let me have a look here. We had 1,000 likes, guys. Guys, 783. We've got 1,670 viewers. Let's get to 1,000. I need hype. It's 12:17. We haven't even had a double hype for today. Let's get it through. 1,000 likes. I need to see them coming through. Come on, guys. Then we can play some hype music and get ready for this session. JMIA. Let's do it. Jumia. Jumia Technologies. 1.89%. 39.40 in the pre. Okay. Not looking so hot. Support at 33. Very clear. Had a nice bounce and then came back quite hard, actually. A little bit too hard. I would have liked to have seen it hold 41. Yeah, I would have liked to see it hold 41. 4 hour? Yeah, I mean, look, hopefully it picks up here. I mean, you're going to find support most likely on 33. It's unlikely not to. I don't know why it's come down so much. Is there some news that came out here? The TA doesn't really make too much sense why it didn't find more support at the 41.29. You can see it tried and then it failed to do so. Is there something else going on? I would probably say check out the market going through 41.29. If it can get back above there, it's starting to look more bullish, and then 52 will be your resistance. Good luck on it. But yeah, 33 is the key support here. Johnny Knoxville says, click like for Foster's. Thanks so much, Johnny. You too. Or you too? I cannot pronounce your name, that's for sure. US $5. Can you look at AAL and Penn? Thank you so much for the donation. We'll check it out. When's the hype music today? Fury, we haven't reached 1,000. We haven't done it. We're at 920. You guys are powering on. It's good. But we're just not at 1,000. We can't do it. The money, the money, the money. Exactly, ding dong. Let's have a look at the pre. Let's quickly go through this and then we'll go back to that one. 12% down for GameStop. 159.95. Not the best, but that's okay. We can only improve from 159, yeah? On the down, also the green side, we've got 8.44% up for Riot Blockchain, still moving off that Bitcoin news. AMC up 2.35%. Let's go to the screener. General screener, pre-market, ASML, LAM, Zscaler, lots of things. Shopify even finding some growth. Airbnb coming up before someone had that. They were worried about it. At least it's going green. And the reds, most people here probably aren't in many of those companies, and they're not that red. If we look at the index, we've got US 100 trading in between. 13,095 up 0.36%. We've got US 500 39.23 and BTC trading 56,868. Dude, Lanku says, dude is preparing you for today's market. Hit the like button. I try to give you some good levels. I'm giving you the better levels most of the time. We've had pretty good strikes on a lot of the levels for the day recently. BTC, yeah, right now resistance. US 100, here are your key levels to watch today. 13,176, 13,009. Let's do that analysis for UE2. Oh man, I cannot do it. AAL and Penn. Let's do it. AAL. American Airlines. Well, firstly, you know I don't like this company. And it's not because it's American Airlines. It's because it is an airline. And airlines are terrifying because when they fall out of the sky, they blow all of your money. You lose like 30% in a day. I've seen that happen a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like him for that reason. Look, right on support. Beautiful breakout. Beautiful retest. Nice little double top. The double top. This actually worked perfectly with our analysis because I remember doing this. Yeah. Yeah, it all worked out. So, yeah, I think the short should hopefully be over here and maybe you find some strength. On the bigger time frame, you'll see why this is such an important zone. Resistance through. Look at that initial fake out rebound. People don't realize how bad that was. That was shocking. How fast that repriced. And this is actually what would have happened if the Fed didn't intervene. The whole way down, it would have done this. Incredible rallies with incredible falls like the GFC. Like you guys, last year was nuts, but GFC was crazy. It was like crazy rebounds with huge pressure sells, then crazy rebounds with huge pressure sells. Anyone out there that did it, we didn't hit as much triggering per day, but the roller coaster of emotions was like nothing else. People truly thought the world was ending. The pandemic was fast and sharp and over. But yeah, that one was shocking. 22.7. I think it's all over the support here. Resistance becomes support. Good luck on that one. PENN, Penn National. Yeah, another one on support. 114 in the pre, up 1.93. Strong support line that's been bought off. We had that flash, which happened with every other thing in the market, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. This was the key line. Now you move up to hopefully 128. I mean, everything's looking like that could happen. Check out 120. Resistance. Second resistance at 128. Everything in between these zones should be participation. So if it closes above, then we can move towards the 128. Good luck on that one. All right, so we are 6 minutes away. We have most likely got to the one. We're 4 off the 1,000. Come on, guys. Give me the like. I'm greedy. I need 4 more. 4 more. I'm watching. There's one. I need 3 more. It's not much. Rodney Rollins, US $4, UPST. Done that one for a few times. Thank you very much for the donation. That's Upstart Holdings, 999. Oh, there we go. You guys are the best. See, we did it. Easy. Ease clap. Okay, here we go. I need this. I need the water break. Oh, I hit it fast. Don't worry about that. NFTs. Bitcoin up, Elon. All right. You guys did it. You pushed me through. I appreciate that. Very much so. 13,095. I see some negativity coming in on the market. Upstart 119. Let me just quickly talk about this. We've got 5 minutes till the open. It was a pretty big fall yesterday. 164. You went to sell this, didn't you? Someone went to sell this yesterday. They said, is it time for selling? And it was super aggressive selling. Okay, so I'll explain what has happened here. It is bad. It's a 30% sell-off, which means it is most likely technically in a blow-off. Oh, I need to switch it. There's the scene. There we go. Yeah, so this like level here, the 30% is usually a blow-off signal. So I think that you might get some bouncing, but any bouncing will be met by sell. And what I mean by that is you put a fib now on this level. If it does end up bounce, it will most likely go between the 50 and the 61.8, and it will struggle there and then sell off. And then make a new low. I'm not a fan of what happened. That is really bad, and it almost always signals blow off. Around 30% in one day, it's over. That's my technical opinion on it. It's usually over. UPST, unfortunately, Roddy, that's what I think. And someone was shorting that yesterday, so well done to them. They literally said, I'm going to short it. Okay, 3 minutes to go. Let's dial in. Let's get into this AMC, GME. Let's get into everything else that we're looking at today. Here we go. We've got our Tesla support resistance from yesterday. Surprisingly good. There you go. See, we set the right levels. We've got our new updated AMC. What the hell is going on with this? I don't want 200. It's blinding me with so many lines. Okay, so the only thing that matters here from the GME crowd is we need to get above the 158, 159. We need to hold it. We need to close above 175, 173. Get above today. That is very important. We reclaim the establishment there. AMC, 1089. Expect 11 to act as initial resistance. We're going to have to get on the 1 minute here. Sid, if you're there, we're going for the 1 minutes today. Thanks so much to the community members that are joining us for this session. I do appreciate it. All right, we're on the 1 minute opens. We'll have to go down for GME because it's going to open down here. AMC set. US 100 is in the middle, right on support in the middle of the zones. So our zones are 13,000 for support. In the middle, we've got exactly where it is right now. 10-year treasuries are trading at 1.64 up 0.88. So we're right on support there. And Tesla is close on the support as well. Let's load that down into the 1 minute and see how it interacts in the first 15. Okay, we're all set up. Good to go. Smooth following quell round the world. US $4.99. The Suez Canal blockade is likely to tank market today. Thoughts? Really? That blockade is going to tank the market? I kind of didn't really read on that story. I did see that something got stuck or something. Is that right? But it did like a few percentage, or isn't that 30% that much? Oh, yeah, it's not about that. It has seen and died. It's about the end of a run. So 30% may not seem like much, but what it does is it signifies the end of the bigger run. Anyway, guys, here we go. 10 seconds coming in. We are so close. I am ready. Where's my thing? Almost missed it, but we'll get the bell. Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. We are open. Look at him. Look at him go through. Woo! Almost missed it. Reading questions. 156 here for GME on the open. 1083. Tesla all over the shop. It's all 1 minute charting. So 13,077 on the open. What's the dollar index doing? Dollar index is 92.58. Bulling very strongly. That must be a new high, which will put downward pressure on. Expect 13,000 for the support, the major support for the NAS. If it does get down there, GME now 162. Nice amount of Robinhood buyers purchasing through. AMC all watch the $11 zone. All watch the $11 zone. That's a good strong entry here for dip buying in GME. Shows there's still people interested in getting in. Remember, we need above 173 for the close today. It's not about what happens in the first 10 seconds. It's about after that. Suez Canal blockade. I'm not sure if that's really, that might be some random excuse, but I don't think that's it. US oil, well, that's probably why oil is really up so much. Semis gapping up. Yeah. AMC now getting smoked on down here. Where do we expect some buying potential? Probably like 1050, 10. I think 10 is the better support line though than 1050. 1050 is just psychological. 13,063. Let's have a look around the opens. What's up? What's down? Let's take a look. Okay, percentage up. Quite a few things. Caterpillar, John Deere, all of those ones. JP Morgan looks like it's not for the tech at this point. Zoom is now down. Proctor, a few others. Watch list in general should be still right. Blockchain strong, 9.5. I assume Mara would be up quite a lot as well. So media, what is Tilray doing? Tilray up 1%. Okay. AMC now 1082. Bitcoin holding 57,000 strong. ETH holding 1731. ADA finding some resistance at the 116 level. S&P 500 really not struggling as much as tech. Tech struggling more than the S&P. S&P 3926. So when I load up rotation in just a few seconds, you're going to notice that it's coming into some of the other stocks. Let me just quickly load this up. Here we go. Massive bull just then on AMC. Got through 11. Expect now a closure above here to try to signal on a significant one like a 5 minute to signal in a 12. There we are. Energy up the hardest today. Also financials, the two value sectors up. Utilities will be probably down the most if these two things are moving up. It's been what's been happening recently. XLK actually up 0.42%. So that's how they're moving all right now in terms of the sectors. AMC doing quite well. Mara stock and BTC doing numbers. Yeah, well, if BTC is moving like this, it's very, very strong. TCAT is, Darth Sidious says, TCAT is yesterday's trash. Dolphin is where the party is. Tesla putting pressure on what you would hope is buying pressure here. There should be some buyers around the 660 zone. If there isn't, that's not good. Yesterday, buyers were at 257, but I expect them hopefully to be around 660. AMC 1117. So can we make it back? Now up 4.97 and GME down only 9.5%. We're approaching the 5 minute close here. You think AMC is going to hit 13 this week? I don't think 13 is really too important, Steve. It's probably 14 or 12. Like 12, if it closes through that, it goes towards 14. 13 is a strange place for it to close at for the end of the week. We're on Wednesday, of course, so anything can happen in 3 real full days of trade. Still early. Seems like everyone's trying to YOLO into AMC. Yeah, they're pissed off they missed the Dolphin, and now they're in AMC. 165. Whoa, US Tech really getting hit now. What's happening to... Interesting. Cloud flare up 2.49. I can't complain. TDOC down 1.1 and Square up 0.6. Tesla still pressuring the 660. There it is. Did we hit it? 661. 5 minute closed. Move this over to a fiver. Still expect 13,000 to find some buying pressure here, and Tesla should, yep, at 660 is finding buy pressure. Let's see if it can continue. AAPL struggling. Yeah, AAPL really is struggling. Amazon? How's Amazon going? Let me just quickly load that up. Amazon just up. Just up. And our FANG index. Yeah, right on it. So still looking for a daily close above here to signal further bullish momentum's coming through. Just hasn't happened quite yet. BTC really doing the business. Go down to a 1 hour, you'll see what I'm talking about. Bulling up here strongly. ETH coming along a little bit for the ride. All the coins having a go. Specifically, it's all about BTC. BTC day today. Elon has a lot of power over the markets, that's for sure. Denise Oki, US $4.99. Thank you so much for the donation. What program are you using here? I'm using TradingView. You can look at the description below. Click the link. It'll help us out as well. It's probably the best trading technical analysis software. So I actually like using this as software to do TA. And then you can always trade in any platform of your choosing. Because it's just really great at TA. I think there's better execution stuff, but it is good at getting as much information on the screen as you can in very customizable ways. So US 100 continues to struggle here. A little bit of support around the 13,040, but I don't think it's super strong. Let's see if it busts through. This is within all the bigger fuller range. So when you're trading as a day trader or something, what you really want to be doing is, I don't like focusing on these little miniature areas in between because you get destroyed a lot doing that. So what I instead do is I focus more on the upper and lower bands of an overall channel range. You can trade these and you can trade, but the thing is, look how quick that is to reprice back to this zone. It's very hard for you to get in here and get in here accurately. Thank you so much, Denise, for the donation. Russell dumping again. Yeah, Russell will be leading the charge, I assume. IWM. Should add that, actually. Let's add it. It's become interesting to watch. Let me load that back up here. There we are. IWM up 1.33%, but still down. Here it goes. See, that support wasn't that good. Here, I assume now we have to try for 13,000 through the session. It's going to be very tough for it not to do that. Let's watch. Tesla 660 still being fired upon. Oh, just took out a few lines there. I noticed on the other platform I've got. Pretty important area here for Tesla. And AMC above 11, just tested from the top down. Important hold if it can do that in the smaller time frames. 160 coming through. Ugh. The 660 is a pretty important buying. But this makes me think all the way back to the low. I think US 100 is now down 0.14%, while at the same time you've got the US 500 up 0.36. Yeah, so some stuff happening. All right, guys. Well, anyway, look, we've got through the first 10. These are the important levels to cover off today. 13,000 for the US 100. Expect buying pressure around 1309, 13,000. And then resistance selling if it gets up there again to the 31, probably 70 area. For BTC, everything looks all right, but it's still got to contest. It's got to get a closure above on a significant time frame, about 57. GME and AMC, you're looking for a GME hold above 173. It really needs to do so. And AMC, I'd like to have it above 11 by the end of the day. And Tesla, hold the line above 650 something. And if it does, that's good. If it gets under, here comes that US 100, continues its way down here to the 13,000. That's why you don't trade this crappy thing in the middle towards the buy. It's bad. Now, you actually want to watch the 13,000 zone as a day trader. You've got to get in there and you got to get dirty with it in terms of watch the structuring around this point. If you want to buy a falling knife, you can, but you're always usually looking at structure around here. Ideally, you get like a little wick rejection. You get some signal to say, hey, we're ready to pick back up and move through. See how Tesla hits the low at the same point? So we just hit 13,014. That's not good for Tesla. Let's go to a daily. Show it in comparison. See? You don't really want it down there. All right, we just touched it. See how we got really close? There would have been huge lines there. Instant buy off. Anyway, we'll do this in another day when I have more energy. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for the likes, donations, everything else, guys. I will see you tomorrow for another live stream, 2.5 hours before the market open. It's just getting better and better and better, and that's thanks to everybody out there. I buy falling trucks. It can be painful. Exactly. Just followed on TradingView. Thank you very much. All right, good luck. Look at that. Look at them. They're trying to buy it. Hopefully that was the low of the day for the Nas. Catch you, everybody. Someone says I got to draw the fence. What do you want me to draw the fence on? I'll draw the fence on the Nas. All right, we'll draw the fence. 1 sec. We're back. The fence is in. Double barbed wire. It's ready, okay? Just think of it as it's still there for a little while. All right, see you guys.